Hello and welcome out to this week's episode of Gamers Council. I'm your host, WebDave, along with my co-host with the most host, RHETRI. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, Dave? How you guys doing? Welcome out, chat. Welcome everybody, and welcome to our guest. We got a newcomer here too, so I'm excited.
We do. First up, we have Silent Cypher, who is definitely not silent tonight. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me again. It's great to hang out with you guys. It's been quite a while, so I'm super stoked to be hanging out with you guys. Yeah, life lifed a little bit, so it's good to be back on the podcast a little bit. So thank you for the invite, guys.
You're welcome, and thank you for being here. And of course, the one and only. Been way too long that we've been wanting to have him on here, and so now he's here. Axel 1324. Axel, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for having me on, and of course, shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be crazy. We have a lot of good stuff to talk about and go over tonight. Chad. And RHETRI, I'm just gonna let you jump right into it with your first topic.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at Chad. Says y'all look like twins. I know who you're talking about. Me and Cypher. It's fine. Ball power. Let's go.
So I can do this real quick and be look.
Oh no!
Twinsies.
Oh, sorry.
There's too much glare on the top.
I know. Will ever know. Yeah, sorry if I'm gonna try to get the lights bounce off my head and blind you, motherfuckers.
We blinded you a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah. Welcome everybody out here. Tonight we always start asking everybody the games that they've playing. So Silent, what have you been playing lately, man?
Well, I've been playing a ton of Fallout 4 since they brought out the update on that. That's been taking over a lot of my spare time recently. It's been really good going back into that. I know there have been some issues with their patch. It seems like maybe the performance mode isn't really running the way they want it.
It's not performing.
No, it's not performing, right? So it needs that blue pill. But yes, I think in general, the good thing is it seems like the overhaul that they've done, the content that they've added, seems like everything's working out really good. The game's been playing really good. I think I had one hard crash, but that was after probably another 24 hours added to the game, so I'll take it. That's okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No. And then I just started back up some Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
I just downloaded that again. It's time. Downloaded it today.
It's time. Weird. Yeah, it's time to get back into it. We're only what, 2 weeks away? 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, we're not far off at all. 21st.
So close. So yeah, that's all I've been playing lately.
Nice. Any movies and TV shows that you've watched that have caught your interest, or?
Oh man,
I know that's a loaded question. That's why I ask it.
Dude, that one's hard. I've been watching a bunch of shows with my kids that they had never seen previously. So we did watch Breakfast Club yesterday. So
the movie Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that you brought your kids in the breakfast. That is one of my favorite 80s movies of all time, brother. I love that you did that.
I forget how intense that movie gets in a couple moments, but man, I'll tell you, it's cool to watch, and it's cool for them to see that, because it's, the world that they live in now, the school that they're coming up in versus school that we were in is different. That that dynamic is really interesting for them to see, because it's it's a whole different world. They have no idea what's going on. They're like, how can they do these things? I'm like, well, it's a different time.
How can the principal literally beat your ass? We can't do that anymore.
How can he literally, corner you in a closet and be like, your ass is mine? That doesn't happen now. And if it does,
canceled.
It doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think that's been the main thing. We did just watch Airplane again with my son, which is always
nice
to go back to as well. But yeah, I'm just going back and watching some of the oldies. It's been good to go back and watch some of that stuff, some of the stuff that I grew up on. So
yeah, I love that you're passing that on, man. A great pick though on the Breakfast Club. Axel, what about you, brother? What games have you been playing, and any movies and TV shows that have caught your interest lately?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
We can. We see you're frozen, but we hear you loud and clear, brother.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. My whole computer just went black screen right now. I am staring at nothing, but I can hear you guys.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you might want to try, it would be if you come out and come back in, is maybe not try the background thing. Sometimes that just glitches everybody out.
What it is? Okay.
You know, you can
this black screen thing though. This is like the third time it's happened on the other software we're using too, where people just see black. It's weird. So it's not just StreamYards either. Something's going on.
Hey, go ahead and read that out real quick, RHETRI.
Sure.
All right.
What it says here.
G maybe says iconic video games welcome.
Well, let's wait till he comes back and do that again. I wanted him to hear.
Gotcha.
He dropped out.
Welcome.
So hey, well, while we got this minute
He's
here,
back already. He's quick.
I see that. So let's go ahead and read that out.
Okay.
G maybe says iconic video games welcome. He's saying welcome, sir. So absolutely, yes, he's back and we can see him. He's in motion. He's not frozen.
Yes.
We can hear him. We can see him. Things are all good now.
Yeah, and check it out. I got the lonely plant.
It does.
It needs some friends over there.
Yeah, well, I'm moving, so the room is empty except for my computer and the plant.
Yeah,
he's getting ready to move.
Green plant.
It's gonna be okay. But we appreciate. I know you. Even Axel's got to step away in just a little bit for just a short time, because he does have a showing that he's got to do, and those things are important. Real life happens and beyond his control totally, and we still are going to get as much out of him as we can, and then he's going to come back and join us as well too. So don't fear. You're going to definitely get to hear and see Axel's opinion tonight. So, RHETRI, with your question to Axel, I'll let you go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
sorry.
Sure, Axel. No, you're good. So I was asking you before the internet interrupted us, what games have you been playing, and any movies and TV shows that have caught your interest as of late?
Yeah, so I am playing a game. I was literally playing this game before chaos happened, called Unicorn Overlord. I don't know if anybody's heard of it.
Nice. Yeah.
It is a tactical RPG. And it is probably the most fun I've had in a tactical RPG since maybe XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Every level is different. Every enemy is different. New bad guys get introduced. New heroes get introduced. Your army quickly grows in size. And of course, it has that whole, if they die, they die. Like they're dead, right?
Yeah.
And it ends their story early, and also you can choose not to recruit them. You can choose to execute them and stuff. It's pretty cool. Like you can either play a benevolent. Is that the word?
Benevolent.
Benevolent. Yes.
Yeah, that word. Yeah. Prince, or you can play kind of the a-hole and just kill everybody. But I like keeping the main characters in. It's definitely a challenging game when it starts getting going. It starts really easy, but I just finished the first boss about 3 hours ago, and holy cow, I needed to rethink my strategy with him. He game overed me 3 or 4 times, killed my entire army, and I was like, how am I supposed to beat this OP guy? And so that's where the strategy comes in, because okay, first I gotta wear down his peons, the ads, with this kind of group, and then I got to break his shields with this kind of group, and then I damage him once with this group, and then his peons respawn, and it was like this repeat trifecta. But it took a long time to figure that out, and because he would just zero you out fast if you didn't do it that way. So it was a really fun fight, and now I'm fighting some dragons in the desert. And again, it's just so much fun. It definitely brings me back to feeling how I felt when I first discovered tactical RPGs like Shining Force 2, Final Fantasy Tactics, and those beautiful feelings I got. So it's definitely a very entertaining game. If you haven't downloaded it, definitely get it. Unicorn Overlord. It's
well,
tactical RPGs are either hit or miss, and this one did not miss.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but good things about the game. I haven't played it myself yet, but everyone that talks about it just is gushing about the game. So Man, that back catalog though, I'm gonna have to try to find time for it. Yeah.
I actually threw another game right into the backlog to play this game. I was like, I'll start this game. And then I played like an hour of that game, and it's like, backlog you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lotus Esprit. I gotta shout this out real quick. Can you read that, RHETRI?
Oh yes, Lotus Esprit, you gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. More people are joining the council as we speak. So let's see. It looks like hold on, give me a second here because I got to scroll up a little bit. Looks like Hellblade Gaming got a membership. RSJ got a membership. E Ranks got one. Ryu Art got one, and Rodney Williams got one. So appreciate that, Lotus. Always super generous. Great person in our community. So definitely appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much.
Is greatly appreciated. And never take it for granted. And awesome, sir. Thank you so much. And again, the love and support that the community, crossing around and stuff, and it's so great. And like I tell you right now, I know we used to go back to Axel. Sorry, Axel, but I was going to say that I'm legitimately extremely proud of RHETRI, all the hard work that he has put into this show, and now his new show, which is doing fantastic on Saturday nights. Everybody needs to check that out. And then of course, Silent Cypher in the international podcast is fantastic, and the iconic video games show that Axel does. More people need to know that. It's one of the reasons why we have him on here, because we want people to experience. And then Sunday mornings, Sunday morning, and we'll watch Good Morning Xbox. It's awesome, and the community here, and that's, like I said, it's why we're blessed to have these great content providers to jump on with us. So thank you guys, one and all. RHETRI, I'm sorry I went on a rant, but sometimes you just
hey, you gotta thank the people, man. We're here because of these people, and because this community is fucking awesome,
amazing. So
I don't care. We'll take as many breaks as we need to thank everybody. So thank you guys. But Axel, back on the secondary question, or has there been any other games or any movies and TV shows that have caught your interest lately?
So I'm a huge Zack Snyder fan. And I saw that Rebel Moon Part 2 came out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so me and my wife watched it, and I don't care what the critics said. Me and my wife enjoyed the heck out of that show.
Me too.
I haven't watched it yet. I hated the first one.
That first explosion in Rebel Moon Part 2, where they blew up the tank, and it's what started the whole war. And in the Part 2, just how big and massive it was, and like special effects through the roof. I'm like, Zack Snyder's the man.
You like it? All right, cool.
Like, is it going to revolutionize movies? No. I mean, am I going to forget about it in a year or two? Yeah, I probably will. But was I very entertained while I was watching it? Yes, I was.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters, man. Screw everyone else's opinion. I didn't like the movie. Screw what I say. But we each like what we like, right? So
exactly.
James is my favorite character. James is the robot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you. I was like trying to remember, like, which one was it?
Yeah.
The robots are always the coolest characters, again? Right?
Who's what?
Who's it voiced by?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Who is that voiced by, Dave?
Oh my gosh.
Did you forget?
The name of my top of my head. Yeah, they just went out of my head. Oh my gosh.
Forget your own trivia, man.
Oh,
I know, right? Yeah.
No, it's Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, dude, how did I forget that? That's right. Yeah. It was so obvious. Yeah, now I remember.
There you go. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, exactly.
This again.
Hannibal Lecter. I like Razor. Yeah, Hannibal Lecter over there. And just to address some of the chat here. No, Unicorn Overlord is not the name of that new podcast. It is a game. Calorie, the free demo of Unicorn Overlord on all consoles. Yeah, definitely try that free demo.
Yeah,
and I believe someone said that they got like the collector's edition. Yeah, Fossil 924 said that he has Unicorn Overlord Monarch edition. Wow. It's so funny because because tactical RPGs are either hit or miss. And I wasn't sure if Unicorn Overlord was going to be a hit because who's Vanillaware? I don't know who Vanillaware is. Right.
Yeah.
and it's an indie, and I'm like, maybe it's not feature rich, all this stuff. And so I requested it as a birthday gift, and one of my friends gave it to me as a birthday gift. And man, what a great game! And of course, I got other amazing things for my birthday for my beautiful wife. Like I got the Quest 3, and I'm loving it. But right now I'm moving, so all my energy. By the time I'm like, are you gonna play with your Quest? I'm like, I'm exhausted from carrying heavy boxes. No,
right,
dude,
that would be for the new place. Yeah,
the new place. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude, Unicorn Overlord has so many game mechanics too. I think that's the thing that caught me the most, like right off the bat, is just how detailed, how granular those games. Yeah, and it's like, it's a $60 game. I think it is 60 or 70, but it's 60, like it is well worth it from what I can see so far. The visuals, everything about it has been like the just bursting with personality, which has been great. And it's got a ton of voice acting in it, which is awesome to see, because it feels like a lot of those games are usually just a bunch of text. So it's great to actually have some voice acting in there to kind of balance it out a little bit.
Yeah.
No, John Wolf, we're not brothers. Although I did call him. I actually.
I mean,
now that I think about that, I did put that on the Twitter when I was like, my brother Cypher's. Yeah, he's my brother. Yep, we're related.
Long lost brother.
Yep. Yeah, brother.
Just put Cobra Reaper right there next to us, and all three of us.
So who said that? Was that who made that comment?
Mr. Wolf. Oh, you got something to play?
Big.
You mean it was
Latino
right.
heat over here?
Yeah,
love you, John.
I don't know that I ran into this girl. She's like a swordsman. She's really good. I was like impressed with what the damage she can deal out, but she's like totally got thirsty for my main character, and she's making absolutely zero things. She's like, "Oh, you're so handsome." It's like, "Hey, yeah, I'll join you, but you got to promise to marry me," and all this other stuff. Like, she's totally thirsty. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Love it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that game was that much. For some reason I thought it was like a $30-$40 game, so I didn't realize it was like a full price game. Okay,
it's a full price, and they definitely at least prove that value. So
okay, well, that's good to know. Definitely good to know. It's nice when you find these like kind of. I almost feel like a game like that's kind of like a hidden gem. Like a lot of times you don't expect too much from it, but then the community just raises it up. You know what I'm saying? Like a game that comes out of nowhere from the ashes. I've heard so many people talk about that game. So what's up, Dark? How you doing?
It has a 99% recommendation rate.
So, that is insanely high. That's like everybody. Yeah, who's that one asshole?
It's got a mighty on OpenCritic. I mean, it is.
It was probably.
Not that I needed OpenCritic. I'm just letting you guys know. It's
I mean, look. Sometimes, sometimes I use Metacritic too. Sometimes I just look at it, be like, if it's so high that like no one's denying that it's just that good, then it's like you kind of have to buy a game like that. But Adidas just put up a super if you want me to get that.
Did you read what MJ?
You're gonna invite me on your Nintendo podcast.
Stark says congratulations on your Nintendo podcast, Silent Cypher.
Thanks, Stark. I appreciate it. I think with the support that you guys in the community give us, this thing is going to go a long ways. Shout out to Plume, my co-host. It's going to be good.
Awesome.
Very nice. Love it. Adidas 20 with the $10 says, talking Cypher and RHETRI for a DNA test. We'll do it just for you.
Court.
Yeah.
Where's Maury? Where's Maury when you need him?
Yeah, exactly. You are not the father.
No. You are not the brother. Man.
Exactly.
This is too funny. Too funny. Oh my gosh! I tell you, this is gonna be a good night. I can feel it, man. The chat is getting into it. They're having a blast. We're having a blast. Adidas is here, and that's and now the show can officially start.
Now we can start. Yeah,
exactly.
We can't start until Adidas shows up. Those are the rules.
Exactly.
Rules, but those are our rules.
And RHETRI, I hate to do this to you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We'll get to what you've been playing. I'll just tell you right now. I finally finished
Power World?
Fallout.
Oh, Fallout. Oh, the show.
The show. Yeah.
God damn,
finally finished it. Fantastic. Loved it. I just want to say that.
Good.
I do actually have to step away for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
I want to be maybe a few minutes longer for the reason because we got an offer on the house, and I got to talk to my realtor real quick.
Oh, nice. I hope it's good.
I'm having the same issues.
Exactly.
You guys,
but I promise you, I'll be right. I'm just gonna mute the mic, but you continue with the show, carry on, and jump on the first subject where you know how to move things around. You know how to.
I know how this works.
You're good to go.
Yeah,
Man,
absolutely. Good luck, buddy.
Everyone's selling their houses. Everyone's stopping their Xbox podcasts. What the hell is going on lately? My goodness,
never.
Nintendo podcast, traitor. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Just for reference, chat. That is not an actual thing.
That's what I think.
It should be, man. Nintendo's so great.
I would be okay with it. I would be like, I got no hate for Nintendo. So
Nintendo would automatically send you. You know, Nintendo would see you podcasting. And the president of Nintendo would love your show. He'd fly out to see you, immediately silence Cypher to hand you a lawsuit for $10 million.
Yeah, right.
I know.
I was like, I don't know where he's going with this. And then when he said lawsuit, I was like, yep, that's right. That's correct.
That's Nintendo.
That's the right answer. That's true. I mean, that's why anytime we ever talk about Nintendo, which we don't do a lot on our podcast, it makes me nervous because I'm like, if we show anything Nintendo, I'm like, we're going to get demonetized. They're kind of dicks in that way. But for me, I just finished Tales of Kinzara. Highly recommend it if you like those types of games like Ori and the Blind Forest. Metrovania, it is it ramps up in hardness, man. That third and fourth act is like, holy shit, it's like a whole new game. But if you like to punish yourself, which I do, then I would highly recommend this game. I think it's fantastic. I really do. It's $18, guys. It's $18. There's no excuse not to pick this up if you were a fan of games like Ori. I started playing The Division 2 again for some odd reason. I don't even know why I started playing that again. I just kind of got in the mood. Downloaded Hellblade 2. I haven't started that up again, but I'm getting in the mood, getting ready for Hellblade. Or I should say I downloaded Hellblade. Hellblade 2 is coming out. I've been playing it early. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, bro, you got the hookup?
I wasn't supposed to say that. I just broke an NDA.
I was a reviewer.
How did you not tell me about this earlier?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. We're brothers. It's fucked up.
Seriously. You didn't even tell me about this at dinner. What the hell?
I know. Weird. I've been playing a lot of games, man. I've been just dipping into all kinds of stuff. I started playing Harold Halibut too, just because out of curiosity. Like, it's a beautiful game, man. Like, I'm shocked at how pretty the game actually is, and I just wanted to see because it's a lot of like stop motion stuff, and I wanted to see how it was really translating to video game form. They've been making that game for like 10 years, so it was more of a curiosity thing than anything. But so far, it's all right. And I've been playing Midnight Suns. So if you wonder why I don't finish video games, it's because I'm stupid and play 5 at the same time. So I'm playing Midnight Suns too because I've heard it's great. Waited forever, got the thing for like $15-20, and that's why it says sometimes it's good to have a back catalog because by the time you actually around to getting to that game, you spend only $20 on the thing. Exactly. So yeah. That is what I've been playing, man. But let's get into the first topic, guys. It's a little juicy. I had to update our topics list too. So if you guys didn't see this, I apologize because I forgot to put it on the original list. But that's the Helldivers 2 debacle. So Helldivers 2 players express frustration on Steam, as it will soon require a PSN account. Developer Airhead Games Studios and Sony Interactive Entertainment have announced that Helldivers 2 on Steam will soon require a PlayStation Network account to play. All new players from May 30th will have to link their Steam account to a PSN account, and all current players will have to do so by June 4th. So naturally, this pissed a lot of people off. We even have some. Here's the thing. I gotta be brutally honest. When I first saw this, I said, "Who gives a shit? What's the big deal?" Because I didn't think it was a big deal because I've done this a bunch of times on even my Xbox, and as a PC player, this is very normal. What I didn't know, and this is why I did some research, why everyone was getting angry, was it's the countries. It's the countries that don't even allow you to have a PSN account in the first place. And when I started doing research, every time I looked at it, the number just kept going up. At first, somebody told me it was 90 countries. Then it was 100. Then it was 120. Apparently, the last number I got, and I'm gonna take this as as gospel, I guess, from Steam DB, these guys who just do stats just for Steam. They don't have any like ties into console war bullshit, right? So I'm gonna go by what this guy say. 177 countries where PSN is not available. That's an insane amount. Like I never ever would have thought a PSN account wasn't allowed in that many territories. One thing that apparently Microsoft is actually beating PlayStation in regards to this, because from what I heard, there's only about 6 countries. And I don't know if that's true. This is what I heard. So that there's only about 6 countries that Microsoft is not in for their linking of their accounts. But what we've seen on Steam is a barrage of people attacking, essentially, going after Arrowhead and going after this game. As of yesterday, when we reported this on our own podcast last night, there was about 100,000 negative reviews. It is more than doubled already. Another 24 hours later, they recalculated it. It is 215,000 negative reviews for a game that was the end all be all. That was number 7 all time for Sony. Number 7 all time for profits. And now this shit's happening. So Cypher, I'll go to you first. What do you think about the PSN account thing, and basically what has transpired in like the last 72 hours or so, and what's going on with this whole thing? What's your take on this?
Man, here's the thing, right? Like, I understand that to a lot of people who aren't paying attention to the situation, this is probably just overreacting in general. Like, yeah, I'm not touching this.
A lot of people are saying that.
And I get that, but like, I was even bringing this up in our little personal chat with a few of the guys on the outside, and I was just like, listen, I know what you mean, and I totally get it. But let's look at Sony's track record recently in regards to accounts. I could understand people not wanting to have any of their personal stuff tied to Sony right now, because how many times have they gotten hacked over the last handful of years? 5 times. Yeah.
That I know of. That I'm 100% sure of. Oh crap! I think my camera's doing weird shit.
So that's my thing, right? Is like I understand that this looks. It looks like people just throwing a fit for the sake of throwing
like an overreaction.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I get it in a sense. Like I wouldn't want my shit connected to them because honestly, I just don't really trust Sony's security. They always talk about all these things, how they're trying to lock things down for security. Well, how's that gone? How's that worked out? It hasn't whatsoever. So. I feel like this is just kind of like things finally starting to settle for them. Like this is karma for the bullshit over the years. And it is what it is. Like that sucks for them. I do think that some people are taking it to an egregious level for sure, especially those numbers that we're hearing. But I think some of it's fair. Like I think they're getting some of that smoke fairly.
I mean, here's the thing: is what we do know is that this was in the code. It was there sitting, waiting to be implemented from day one, and wasn't. I think a lot of people have an issue with that. Is that they waited to pull the trigger, way later, and I think a lot of people are feeling like. I mean, I said this last night, and I don't know if this is true, but it's like if you knew this, Sony. Were you just using these other countries as a money grab? Like if you know what I'm saying? Like it feels a little weird when 177 countries that were all buying your game now could get locked out. And we're seeing Steam is now giving refunds like crazy, and they don't give a crap how long you've played the game. There's literally people right now with hundreds of hours in this game that are getting refunds because they're so angry. I think the lesson here is don't fuck with PC players. Holy crap, these guys will cut your throat.
Tell me, RHETRI, like you remember when we've had these other games that have come out and like comes out, does great in reviews, and then all of a sudden like few weeks later, a month later, all of a sudden they're like, hey, by the way, we got a bunch of microtransactions and we have a page that's dedicated to it inside the game. That's how this kind of feels, is like it was already there. It was the plan. They just didn't implement it when they had it at the beginning because maybe it wasn't ready or whatever.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
They should have been, just like a lot of the things that we're talking about tonight and that we've seen for the last, I don't know, handful of months. It's about the communication. It's about the transparency. Yeah. It's about bringing these things up the right way. If you do this months into a release or a couple months into a release, people are rightfully so to be pissed because it's another thing. It's not
that you did it. It's how you did it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you came out at the beginning and you said, hey, we're going to be rolling this out in the future, cool. But they didn't make that communication, and that's why it seems more skeezy than normal.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were saying, well, I saw like some screenshots from obviously like PlayStation guys that were defending this and saying it's right there. It was staring you in the face, except the guys who showed it, I'm laughing. There's a giant skip button right there. And you know what everyone did? They hit that motherfucking skip button, brother.
Yeah,
they hit
and
that
it's in a
button.
No one cares about EULA. I'm sorry.
Nobody cares about terms of service. Like, nobody's reading this shit, dude. Like, nobody does that stuff. But you know what a lot of people are afraid of is, because I saw this excuse, to just use a VPN. Okay, so you expect 177 countries worth of people to all use a VPN and break a terms of service and possibly get kicked off of Sony altogether. And yeah, Steam. that's a genius fix. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Axel, let me get your thoughts on this whole thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I'm an Xbox guy, so maybe I'm just poking the bear here. I am a little bit, but I don't know. What's your whole take on this thing, man?
So, I think it's crap that this game was sold to people who later would lose access to it. That's the part that I have issues with. Not only that, but even in some countries where you can get a Sony account, your Sony account must also be linked to a console in some countries. So in some of those countries, you can't just make a Sony account and be good in 2 minutes. No, you also got to go buy a $500 console.
That's a great point, actually. No one's talking about that. Yeah.
And that's that's the lowest point to me, and PC gamers you really don't mess with them, like Xbox tried charging them for Xbox Live Online, and that didn't go well for Xbox. They pulled that off immediately. And now Sony's trying this, and it's not going well. Don't forget, in 2011, Sony Online Entertainment, which was doing, I believe, what was their online game? DC Universe Online? Yeah, DC Universe Online in 2011, 25 million users got their personal data stolen.
Yeah.
2011 was a bad year for Sony. That's the year that
2011, like they got hit like 3 times, I think, that year.
Yeah,
if my memory serves.
Yeah, Sony PlayStation Network, Sony Online Entertainment, Sony Pictures website got hacked.
Yeah, it's like everything's Sony. So many.
In 2014, hackers stole 100 terabytes of data. In 2017, a hacker group accessed Sony social media accounts. In 2023, Sony investigated alleged hack. In 2023, again, Sony notifies employees of data breach. So, I mean, I don't trust Sony. I have a Sony Online account, but I definitely don't have any money loaded on it or payment method.
Yeah.
Like, if they ask me to put in a credit card, I put in like an expired gift card. Yeah. Like, one of those prepaid Visa gift cards.
That's a great
because
idea.
There's no way they're getting my real credit bank information. No. Wouldn't you like to set this on reoccurring payments? No, I wouldn't.
No. Yeah.
I know you're going to get hacked, Sony. But to all those Helldivers 2 players, 177 countries is a lot. Fortunately, the makers of Helldivers 2 are confirming refunds for these people.
Yeah.
So that's really good on them. They're not doing it via Sony. And I love like how their social media teams are like, oh, what if I did this? What do I do then? And literally the social media account guy goes, I have no idea. Yeah. Like, he's been real honest. Like, I have no clue.
Me, Axel, is they didn't, Arrowhead didn't know about all the countries in the PSN, like they didn't know about this, and they said that, and I was just like, how did you not know that? Like, it's fine if you were, ignorant of the fact, but I was like, dude, how did you not know that this many countries were going to be affected by your game that was obviously being delivered worldwide? But that's just me. Some of the stuff that Arrowhead has said, I thought was very stupid. I know one of the things they were basically like, one of the things that one of the developers said, like, you've done this 13 times before. I mean, it's basically like downplaying this whole thing. Like, you've done this a million times before. Like, what's the big deal? And then after the internet does what the internet does and attacked him and came at him, he did a big time moonwalk and he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I didn't understand the levity of this situation. Now they're definitely going back and it feels like Arrowhead's butting heads with Sony right now over this whole situation. I've seen him say, we are for the players. We are with the players on this. We think it's kind of bullshit too. Good for Arrowhead. I actually do feel bad.
Arrowhead,
I know
Xbox.
there you go.
Xbox is here to spread democracy, whereas Sony's over there spreading tyranny.
I saw that online. That was great. Oh man.
Come over. Arrowhead.
I mean, look at this. From Paul Tassi. Thanks for bringing this up, Dave. Paul Tassi saying Helldivers 2 has dropped under 50% positive reviews all time. You know how hard it is to get 200,000 negative reviews in 72 hours for a previously well-liked game. Yeah, man, this is and RHETRI, I've never seen anything like this. Go ahead, Dave.
You want to know what's really funny about this? This now has a lower score than Redfall.
Oh, that hurts a little bit.
Dave.
So much for the next Halo killer.
Ouch.
So much for the next Halo killer.
I hope Twitter heard that because they're going to use that ammo. Oh shit! The thing is,
it hasn't affected
it's a good game.
It has not affected active players.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Like
if
the
you
active player count.
and type in Helldivers, it really hasn't affected their active players yet. Now it's not the June.
But those
June
numbers are always
day.
behind though too, right? Like those numbers are always like I don't think those are accurate at that time, right?
Hours behind, but I mean they're pretty, okay. All this thing has happened this week, but I mean it's gonna. The thing about PC gamers is they will jump ship and never return.
And
like they are. PC gamers are unforgiving because they don't need to be forgiving. There are so many games on PC that they can have access to that once you hit that bad will with them, they won't come back.
Yeah.
Just being honest. So Arrowhead can do everything they can to fix this, but those people will never come back. Bad PR
I mean,
stays bad forever.
Bad, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed my time with the game. I got to go back and play some more of it. It's not a bad game. I do feel a little bit bad for Arrowhead. I don't feel bad for the guys who said the stupid shit that they did. Look, you gotta stop saying dumb stuff on the internet when you're a developer. Fucking stop. Like it never works out good for you when you go back out at the community and say it's easy, blah blah blah. Like it's your fault. Don't ever point the finger back at the players. That is the stupidest thing you could ever do. It did not work out for you, good sir. But like you said, the player base is still there. I'm curious to see long term if this does really hurt this game, like in the long run. I don't know, but it's not everyone likes it. I think it's a good game. I think it is a little overhyped. I said this last night. I think the game is a little overhyped, but I think it's a solid game. What's this? Just in, Sony Corporation has been caught by PC players for altering their own terms months after Helldivers 2 release. PSN accounts were originally optional for all Sony published games on Steam. However, they changed on May 3rd, 2024. Clown emoji. There you go.
Oops.
So,
and there's a proof right there. Yep.
I cannot. I can't really read that before. Is that just the terms that changed? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Cypher was saying, I think it's all about how you present the information and just being transparent. And how they did it just wasn't the right way. I know people are defending this. I don't think it's blown out of proportion. I think these people have a right to bitch about it. And we'll see if they actually, make their decisions with their wallets. We'll see how many people really get a refund. You know what I mean? One thing I do know, I saw a ton of people that were complaining that they're not able to get their refund yet. So I don't know if it's just because they're being inundated with so many people asking for a refund, but there's a lot of people who haven't got it yet. So I don't think those numbers have panned out quite yet for what this is really going to, what this is going to look like in a week or a month from now. We'll have to see. Seth was saying this is why the media needs to stop kissing Sony's ass, being so quick to defend them.
Sony can do no wrong. The media's going to tell you how this is genius. Wrong. Genius.
Right. It was like a planned move. I mean, it's to be fair, it is smart for Sony to get this data because everyone else has it, and it's monthly active users. It's another thing that Microsoft is beating Sony at. We know their monthly active users are better on a console and an ecosystem that sells half of what Sony does. So we know Xbox players, hate to say it, they just play more games. And that probably due to Game Pass, I don't know, but that we do know, right? There's more monthly active users, and that is a stat that Sony should be kicking themselves in the face for not destroying Xbox at, right? This is why they're going PC day and day. They want that data. Exactly. They want that fucking data, man. You need to link your PS into a PS5. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. So it is what it is.
That's the part that hits me the dirtiest is that in some countries where PSN is supported,
that's crazy.
You gotta link it to a PS5. That is like 2009.
Yeah,
right there. Yeah,
that's time to update some things.
Not very forward thinking at all.
Yeah,
no, definitely not. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, bring that to light because it's something. It's in the news cycle. We got to talk about it.
Helldivers 2 has eliminated itself now from a Game of the Year conversation, multiplayer Game of the Year.
Probably not.
No.
I mean, let's be honest. Who's in charge of that? So I say no.
Sony websites. No. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Websites.
Yeah. It's that and Jeff. That's kind of where I was going. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd be curious to see if this does affect Game of the Year conversation because it definitely was in there. There's no doubt Helldivers was in there. So that's a great point that you bring.
Year, something like that.
100%. Like at least something. It was probably in there for multiple categories. Best ongoing game, probably. Who knows? Another category I have an issue with. But yeah. We were requested this. By the way, Dave, how'd it go? Anyways, like everything good? Everything gravy?
It was a good first offer. We made a counter offer, and we'll see how that goes. She's gonna text me a little later. Exactly. Because they're talking about a cash deal and want to close by the 30th or by the
pack your stuff up right now, Dave. I want to see it like this.
No, it's my parents' old house, so it's the estate we're selling. So yeah, so it's and it's all ready to go. It's moving ready. So
cool. All right, I'm gonna address this right now. Well, this is a layup. How do you explain Ghost of Tsushima not requiring a login? Because it's Ghost of Tsushima. It's a single player game. That's how. This is that is not the same thing, brother.
There is a multiplayer aspect to it.
Games as a service. Yeah.
Like, but
come on. Let's.
No, you're right. But I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying? There's no community there for the. That's an apples and oranges comparison. I get where you're going, and that's what they should do for Ghost of Tsushima. But these are not the same thing, in my opinion, at all. They couldn't be any further apart, to be perfectly honest with you. But I appreciate the sentiment. But I have to, if that's where you're going, I have to strongly disagree with you on comparing those two things. That doesn't answer what you said. I didn't see what you said.
Sorry.
That doesn't answer what you said. Was Sony wants our data?
They do
want the data.
Yeah, they
that's
do.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain that to you any better. Just because they don't need it for that game because it's not going to move the needle, my friend. They need it for something like Helldivers because it's the 7th best grossing Sony product of all time. I mean, it's apples and oranges. If you know,
Tsushima.
Sorry if you don't get it.
Compared to that,
yeah.
They're not concerned about those numbers. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's nowhere near the same. I'm not, you know. Of course, they want the data. That's the data. There's nothing more important than data to Microsoft, to Sony, to everybody. Ubisoft, WB. This is why they all link. Epic. This is why you got to link all your accounts to everything now. They all want it. Not as boss with the $10. Says, what's good, people? Let's see Sony's earnings will be interesting. I'm still looking forward to RHETRI to show his Halo collection. Pony's big mad in the chat. We getting Hellblade, Fable, Stalker 2, etc. Yeah, we definitely have plenty to look forward to, man. Especially this month and beyond. So we know what our roadmap is. We do not know what the other roadmap is. Just saying. But hey, it is what it is. Dave, did you want to add anything to the Helldivers conversation before I move on to the next subject?
Nah, I do want to say welcome out to the 265 people here that are watching us on YouTube and on X. Both accounts, my X account and Game Pass Daily's X account. So welcome. So great that we have so many people here, and if you get a chance, please hit the like button. Yes,
please do,
as Dirt would say. Oh goodness! And just real quick, just to throw this out there, next week we have the entire crew from Longhouse Gaming. That's right. So that's going to be pretty awesome.
It's gonna be a wild
Viking and his whole crew is going to be here, and then the week after that, we've got Pong Soul and Mav from PM and the PM are going to be here, and even in the future, as it looks like, still trying to nail it down, but Shaun and Dirt might actually join us on the night of after the showcase in June. So,
wow.
Because they'll be here to talk some shit. I know. All right. Am I right?
We won't have to talk shit. We're just going to be talking about Xbox and how glorious their roadmap is and everything that they showed, because it's going to be insane, which we will talk about tonight too as well.
Exactly. RHETRI, back to you.
Yeah. So back to you, sir. Someone mentioned last week if we were going to talk about Xbox and the whole not the greatest news and the hardware side. And yes, we're an Xbox centric channel. We love our Xbox. We'll talk about the good and the bad, and we're here to talk about the bad too. So sorry, buckle up. All right. So anyways, from The Verge, over on Xbox and gaming side, the Xbox content and services revenue, which includes Xbox Game Pass, is up by 62%. All right, so it's not bad yet, but we'll get there. This is once again thanks to Activision Blizzard revenues making up the bulk of revenue. Microsoft revealed in February that Xbox Game Pass has now grown to 34 million subscribers, including Xbox Game Pass Core, previously Xbox Live Gold. Peace out to you, Xbox Live Gold. 4 previously Xbox exclusive games are now on PS5, with some launching on Nintendo Switch soon. This strategic shift is limited to these games for now, but it appears to be in response to a slowing of Xbox Game Pass growth and Xbox console sales. We're expanding our games, quote, we're expanding our games to new platforms, bringing 4 of our fan favorite to Nintendo Switch and Sony PlayStation for the first time, said Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella during an earnings call, whenever that was, last week or the week before. In fact, earlier this month, we had 7 games among the top 25 on the PlayStation Store, more than any other publisher. Little flex there by Satya. Despite some early successes for Xbox games on rival platforms, Xbox hardware is down by a massive 31% this quarter, a big drop following a soft quarter for Xbox sales during the all-important holiday season last year. Microsoft admits the obvious in its earnings filing that the big drop was driven by lower volume of consoles sold. Overall, gaming revenue is up 51%, bolstered by the additional Activision Blizzard revenue, which contributed 55 points of net. I'm not going to give you all the numbers. Basically, anyways, overall revenue is up for Xbox as a whole. Hardware, as I said earlier, 31% down. So I guess this is where the doom and gloom can come. But first, let me before we get into this, let me read this super chat. Sir X-Man with the $2 says, "Tell Axel that plant needs some attention. Equals water." I guess he's just
that plant is well taken care of. Okay, what do you think? There are no urine stains on the carpet. All right,
that's right.
Goodness. That's awesome.
No, it's a well taken care of plant. It's there only for podcasting purposes.
Yeah, exactly. It's there for aesthetic reasons alone.
Just on that plant.
I love that plant. That plant has been such a great conversation starter.
Yeah. It's just like it's just weird because it's like all by itself, just a lonely ass plant in the corner.
And it's
give
just
it a friend.
like,
give it a friend, Axel.
And it's so funny because I kind of like one of the smallest plants we have to throw it in the corner.
Right.
It's great.
Man. So let's talk about the doom and gloom of Xbox and how they're going out of business. Clearly, Cypher, I'll go to you first. What do you think about Xbox hardware sales going down 31% in a quarter? I mean, it's not insignificant. It's a pretty serious number. But what does this kind of say to you about Xbox and the brand as a whole? I guess.
Well, so I think this is a multi-tiered situation, like a different conversation. But I think the big thing about this, right, is like 31% is not good, and it's only going to get worse as things go on, because that's where the market is shifting. Whether us folks that like physical, items and stuff like that like it or not, like it's going to be a more niche audience as time goes on. It is what it is. That's how they're building themselves up. That's what we know, given the details that we've heard about a possible handheld. It sounds like it's going to be more of a like bespoke thing where you're going to be paying for that thing if you want that thing. They're not going to bulk produce this thing in the same way as we see consoles nowadays.
Okay.
So I think there's that. I think also, if the hardware numbers are upsetting you right now as a fan, wait until the pillars actually shift over to Sony's side and you start seeing your games more multi-plat. That will also affect that. We saw it when the 4 games were announced. People lost their ever-loving mind.
Yeah, they did.
My thing is like, I don't play Sea of Thieves anymore. But if you can get more people into that audience, into that player base, so Sour Blow or whoever can play more Sea of Thieves, awesome. Good for you. It makes sense as a company to support your brands. So even if that means you're going to go to other systems, it's what Microsoft said years ago, right? Like it's what Phil said. He wants to try and target and get all of those gamers. He wants the mass amount of gamers. How do you do that? You don't keep throwing your bait into the same little pond. You go to a bigger lake, and then you fish, and you fish with heavier weaponry in the arsenal as it is, right? And so I think that's what we're seeing, and they've telegraphed this to us. Like they've told us over and over again, they're looking at the big picture. They're not concerned about one little ecosystem anymore. They're concerned about getting involved in all of the ecosystems. So I think we're going to see more of that. A lot of people are going to lose their shit over and over.
Yeah, for sure.
People just get bent out of shape for it. But it is what it is. It's a company. They want to make money. They want to expand their brand. And I think, honestly, like for any of us who's actually interested in Xbox as an ecosystem, I think you should want this because it means that you're going to see more support for the brand as time goes on. And whether that's a rough pill for you to swallow or not, it is what it is. It's where they're going. Like, they've shown us this. They've told us this. 4 games is not where they stop. They said, we're doing 4 games to start off, and then we'll see how it goes. I bet you they're not seeing how it goes. They're already putting stuff in development. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw something like a Gears, a Halo, something like that go over. And people are going to lose their shit.
Sorry.
People are going to lose it. And it is what it is. I get it. I love the ecosystem. But at the end of the day, guess what? I don't pay.
What'd you just say, though? Would you look at the word you just used, though? You didn't say Xbox. What'd you say?
The ecosystem.
You said ecosystem. Exactly. Oh, yeah. No, it's about the ecosystem.
I think it goes back to just recently when GameStop had that showcase, like the Xbox event, and they marketed as the Microsoft event, and they came back. Just kidding. We meant the Xbox event. Wink, wink. Dude, eventually, as time goes on, the Xbox brand is not going to be what it is now. It's going to shift to Microsoft gaming, and we're going to have that available in as many places as possible.
Man, you made some really good points here. Probably pissed off some hardcore Xbox fans, but you know what? I got to agree with you, Cypher. I think that's what's happening.
It's fine. If it gets to your feels and you don't like it, I get it. But at the same time, like, I'm not the one paying those bills.
Leave that one up, Dave.
Those investments. That's for them to work with, and they've got to make money. So like a company, they're going to try and diversify their portfolio.
Like a Tencent, perhaps.
Yeah.
Those bastards who make more money than everybody. Hargy Chinese saying AMD reported, this is absolutely true, reported a 48% drop in gaming revenue for the last quarter. MPD said all consoles in the U.S. are down 24% in the U.S. This isn't just Xbox. And absolutely, Hargy, this is not an Xbox exclusive problem whatsoever. That's just how the media likes to portray it. Like, Xbox is, they're in deep trouble, because even though revenue's up, right? I mean, we saw what they tried to do. We saw what IGN and these other guys tried to do, calling, including ABK, something they own and bought, like they weren't allowed to use that as part of their financials. What the fuck world do we live in where you can't, or something you buy now you can't include in your own financials? I don't know, but that's the media. But Axel, let me get your take on this about the whole doom and gloom of 31% hardware sales down. And do you agree with a lot of the stuff that Cypher just said, or do you think he's just talking crazy stuff?
So the whole doom and gloom is nothing to me because, as Hargeet said here, I read this report from Matt Piscatella. Hardware spending from last year to this year is down 30% year over year.
Yeah.
The first quarter is down 23% on money people are spending on hardware. And that's just the console space, right? And video game hardware spending. So, I mean, it's not like anybody really, if somebody posted positives with being down 30 points, 24 to 30 points, I'd like to know who that is, right? Because, if the smallest market leader accounts for 30%, they account for the smallest pie of that negative 30% point when it comes to everybody. You got the video game hardware side, the PC gaming hardware side, the Nintendo and the PlayStation. They have bigger slices of that pie than Xbox to make up that 24 to 30%.
That's a good point, Axel. That's a great point, brother.
So, we just got, when Sony's financials come out, Sony's always been very vocal about like, oh, we sold we reached the milestone, 40 million consoles. Yeah. We reached a milestone, 45 million consoles, whatever. When's the last time they posted a milestone?
Mm-hmm.
It's been like over a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, they haven't posted a milestone in a long time.
Because you don't want to report the bad news.
No,
because they're not you follow Microsoft and you don't report the bad numbers. You only report when you have something good to say.
Yeah.
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 I think Sony's going to be saved in the quarterly report by Helldivers 2 for good or bad, right?
Yeah,
but
I agree.
you know, we'll see how that goes. But you know, hardware being down, you know, we're what 4 or 5 years into this generation now. Let's see, 24 years in.
Yeah,
it was going to slow down sooner or later. As now people who
I mean,
are
we also
getting
had
it might
unprecedented highs too. We had COVID. We had a surge like we've literally never seen before. The number was going to come down. Like it was we're up here. It was bound to go down, right? It was never staying up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Axel. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Yeah, no, it's all right. So I don't know, the year to year thing, the quarterly reports, I really am not a fan of quarterly reports. I hate the fact that businesses are quarterly reporting businesses for their investors. I think it's what leads to a bunch of bad decisions that
yep.
that are bad for us consumers, right? Some of it is good, some of it is bad, I guess. But I think for the most part, the fact that every department tries to make a profit by whichever means necessary, I think leads to some bad decisions. So yeah. And as far as games going over to PlayStation, I think it's inevitable. I hate it. But do I think it's inevitable? Yeah. I think you know, the wording that was used is appropriate because it's inevitable. You know, like if you remember in the Xbox One generation, Phil Spencer said not all games are going to go to PC. And then at the beginning of this generation, what did he say? All games are going to PC.
You're right. Anybody
remember that?
Yep.
Right. So right now in this generation, he's saying not all our games are going to PlayStation. You know, give it a generation, guys. Give it 4 years. Next generation is going to come around, and Xbox is going to say all our games are going to PlayStation. I think it's terrible, personally, for the console space, for the console Xbox console players.
Yeah.
You know, the Xbox PC players, the Xbox cloud gaming players, the mobile players, they're going to be fine.
All good for them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be fine, right? But the Xbox console players are not going to be great, you know, because the reason you buy a console is for access to games. You know, like I bought a PS5 specifically for God of War and Final Fantasy. If those two games weren't on PS5, I wouldn't have a PS5.
Fair.
Just flat out, right?
Right.
So if Xbox has no games that I can't access by some other means in the console space, I'm talking console space, okay?
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to buy the console unless it's something niche like a Nintendo Switch style, a hybrid console, you know, that opens up the play it on the go.
Right,
stuff.
right.
And I know they're working on a handheld, but until I see it, I don't know how great it's going to be.
Right.
And you know, with DRM and everything active all the time, well, we're going to see how that works out. So, but until that reality comes, not having exclusives is, I think, damaging to the console. And Xbox should really, and Microsoft should really not want that because, you know, and I think the reason I bring that up is because of cloud gaming. You know, cloud gaming is doing great on the Android store, but it's non-existent on the Apple store because they don't control the ecosystem.
Right.
Once you lose control of the ecosystem, you lose control of shifting the market how you are. You know, like would Xbox be having problems if they had the Windows Phone still? They could put it on the Windows Phone and show everybody what they thought cloud gaming was supposed to be and how Xbox spending like should have been and all this other stuff. But instead, they got to deal with these locked ecosystems. So I think Xbox should really not make every game or even the majority of the games available on competing platforms. Because
I mean, Phil did say he wasn't going to do everything if it was going to end up hurting the brand. I mean, that's straight from the horse's mouth. But what that means to me and what that means to Phil or what that means to you and what that means to Phil could be two different things. I don't know. For me, right, what it means to Satya and Amy Hood, you know, the financial people, like for me, that's like your Halos, your Gears. Like if that goes over, to me, that hurts the brand as a whole.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't see it the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we assume they were what we're all thinking, that we assume that's what they're thinking, but maybe it's not. You know what I mean? Maybe they just don't give a shit, and they just want games everywhere. I don't know.
You know, and Satya did come out saying that the only reasons they have exclusive is because their competitors do it.
Yes,
right.
You did say that. Very true.
It's not a thing, which is why I think it's inevitable. It's going to happen. So I hate it, and I think it's going to kill the brand because a lot of people are going to, look how bad when Xbox had exclusives. Look how many times you went somewhere to buy hardware in 2013 when Xbox One launched, and they told you, don't buy that because it sucks. Buy this PS4. Now imagine, don't buy that. They don't, all their games, plus games that aren't going to be on there, are on this PS6. Imagine how much more it's going to hurt their hardware sales. I mean, it's bad in my opinion to do it that way. But as you said, what's bad for me is not the same thing as what's bad for them. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm not going to stop being an Xbox gamer. I've been a PC gamer my whole life, so I'm going to continue to be a PC gamer. And if I got to enjoy my Xbox games on PC, I will. I love the brand. I love the games. It has my favorite stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm going to keep doing. But guys, with that being said, I got to get going. I'll be back later.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
To just before I say this chat, I think Axel's got a point, but I want to rebuttal just a little bit on some of the stuff that he said, at least when it comes to like kind of the whole thought process. A lot of these Xbox guys, I'm seeing it all over Twitter, like what's the point of owning an Xbox if it's going to be other places? One thing I completely disagree with, I don't like people saying, well, I'll just get a PC. Okay, you're just going to spend 3x. You're just going to spend 3 times. Okay, buddy, sure. But the point is, okay, and then there's the PlayStation argument. You're going to go over there, and my rebuttal to that is, well, Game Pass. It depends. See, the thing is, you can absolutely, if all games from Xbox go over to the other system, you can absolutely go over there and spend a shit ton more on those same games, or you could just keep your Xbox and stay in the same ecosystem and pay 1/10 what the Sony guys will be paying. I mean, I don't know. Financially, it seems like the smart decision would be to stay with Xbox. Sure, maybe you have to, you want to go play some PlayStation games too, and maybe you don't game as much as the rest of us. I don't know, but for me, it's Game Pass, man. It's all about Game Pass, and that's why I think a lot of Xbox guys will stay there, because the value is there, and the value is going to increase a ton in the starting this year. Like the cadence of games that are coming out on Game Pass, because all the first party that now Xbox owns. Basically the biggest publisher in the world right now. I mean, come on. Like now you choose to leave. I'm sorry. I just don't think that's. I think it's financially dumb.
They're not going anywhere.
I just don't. I don't know. I kind of agree with you, Dave. I don't know if I believe it. If you're a PC gamer, that's different. You're a different breed. You're a different animal, and I get why you would just not bother with the console anymore, because you're getting the games anyways. That just makes sense to me. But outside of that, I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying it. Sir X-Man with the $5 says, gaming hardware always drops in spring and summer. People want to go outside. Yeah, it never picks up until the fall. They're mostly at Home Depot anyways. Always. Yeah, that's a good point. I was just there the other day. Touche, Sir X-Man.
Thank you, Sir X-Man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I think there's a ton of factors to this. In my opinion, COVID was the biggest one. I know people are tired of hearing about it, but whatever. Like numbers are numbers.
It changed gaming forever.
It changed things drastically. I think we're kind of going back to normalcy, really. When you're going down from a high number, you're going down from unprecedented numbers. Of course, it's going to go down. It always is going to look bad. Now we're getting to kind of where it would have been if COVID didn't exist. Yep. Sorry.
One thing I want to throw out there real quick though. Someone in the chat said it. I think it was. Oh my goodness. Warwana. WARA.
Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, he's been arguing with me all night.
Yeah. And that's fine. You're allowed your opinions. That's cool, dude. I'm not getting on you. I'm just saying that one of the things it did say was that Sony has been profitable on their consoles for a little while now, and that's true. But the profits they're making are dollars and
minuscule.
cents.
Yeah,
it's
not like big money, because that's not the case.
No,
they and plus too, you got to know that obviously financials are affecting everybody when they make a slimmer console that should be costing less money. Usually at this time in the ecosystems of they've all like come down. They're not. The digital version is $50 more than the original digital version. And and it's the quote unquote slimmer model. So, and cheaper for them to make. So there's a lot of factors involved that a lot of people don't think about or try and whatever, console war
rhetoric.
That's garbage. We have a couple of super chats and a gifted oh my gosh, Mash is crazy. I love this
Mash.
guy.
Mash did a mash again.
Yeah, so let's read this. Yep.
With the $5 says the Xbox brand is not the console. The Xbox brand is evolving into software. Exactly, brother. Games and publishers and services. Game Pass. Xbox isn't the console. That I 1,000% agree with that. That's
but
why
the console
that's why
will always be there. I guarantee it.
I absolutely agree with that, Dave. What 100%. I think even if the number, like we said, let's just say every generation only tops out at 30 million. You're not getting rid of 30 million people. You're not doing it. There will always be some form of a console. I'm 100% there with Dave in one form or another. Whether the future console is just a tiny brick and it's a cloud only thing, I'm still putting that in the console category essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that I agree with you, Dave, 100%.
Can you read this next one, and then if we can scroll back up and read all the people that got
so
them.
Mash just gifted 10 memberships. Let me see where the heck he did it. Okay, so
thank you, sir.
Brian Scully got one. Rayoy got one. Let's see. Anonymous Boss got one. Treybone 408 got one. Reaper Requiem got one. Sorry, I was having my screen's a little small. So let's see. John Bond Zombie. Oh, what a great name. I love that name. He got one.
You missed one before that.
Did I miss one?
Yeah, you did. Right above John Bon
Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass only, bitch.
Where the hell am I not seeing that? I'm not seeing that.
Oh, maybe it's because of the title. I don't know, but yeah, that's
I don't know if it got blocked on my end, but I legit
hilarious.
Wait, what was the name?
Xbox Game Pass only, bitch.
I'm not seeing it.
And
I'm not seeing it at all on my screen for some
PS4
reason.
LOL. Sure sounds like a far Q thing. Just saying. And then John Bond Zombie, and then
Leah Mingo Da was gifted one as well. And then let's see, Marlon Lude got one, and then Stanley Francos got one. I think that's it.
So, Mash, thank you so much
it jumps on me.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and just so you know,
thank you, Mash.
Now that you're members, burn it up all you want to. These emojis, you can see
Indiana Jones emoji out there. It's fire. I like it.
It is.
Snakes. Yeah. Why did it have to be snakes?
Damn, Dave, you were way too fast with that, dude. You had that shit ready to go.
Oh goodness, yeah. And then of course we got the TTS. That's in honor of Dirk Griggity.
Yes,
and Shaun.
Yep.
They took my
love those guys, man.
Definitely. Oh shit, we got another super chat. Look at this one.
Gamer by Choice, what's going on, brother? $5 says consoles were something you needed to play non-PC games, but now consoles are an option for gaming. I will still buy Xbox because I choose. Absolutely, Gamer by Choice. It's right in the name.
Couple more.
Warwana says $5. It was a direct reply to someone saying consoles always lose money. Context is important. I'm not commenting on Sony's overall financial position. Yeah, I hear you, man. Like, yes. Like, I don't mean to argue with you like earlier on the stuff. But yeah, I mean, context is definitely important for sure. I know Hardgate was you guys were talking back and forth there, so I appreciate you guys. Xbox Game Pass Gumbo, these names are great, man. With $2 says, I bet Xbox handheld will move hardware. I hope so, man. Yeah. I tell you, I'm more excited about the handheld than I am. And I'll probably get both. Then a more powerful Xbox in the future in 2026. I got to be honest with you. I've been itching to get a handheld, and oh God, make it work, and please have Steam and everything else in there too. That'd be great. I've been walking off. Just became a member for 5 months. Welcome, brother, to the council. And if I butcher your name, I'm sorry, but it won't be the last time I butcher everybody's name. It's just the way it is.
He's honest.
Yeah. I think there was another one too after that.
Was there? Oh, let me go back. Comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
I think Spartan
oh my goodness,
was
Spartan.
gifting membership. Spartan 661, appreciate you, brother. Just much. Gifted a bunch of people. You gave one to Voidlock, gave one to Fago Killa. All right, at first I had to say that slowly because I was a little worried that was there was something bad in there. Appreciate you. He actually commented on our show last night, so I know he's a good dude. Kurt Bell, he was gifted a membership, as well as Tent Gaming and Platonosh. I think that's it. Yeah. So thank you, man. Appreciate you, Spartan.
And you guys all have access to these. Boom, emojis.
Boom, all the emojis. And we switch them up sometimes. And if you guys ever want to see like a different type of emoji too that you could spam, let us know. Like if there's something cool that comes out, you can request an emoji. And if enough people request it or ask for it, then we'll recreate it. There's a lot of good games coming up. So emojis are going to change. There's going to be some changes because there's a lot of good games coming out for Microsoft.
And sometimes we have special ones depending on the guest. Like next week when we have the Black Viking here.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we got boom. We have the Viking helmet in there. So there we go. Oh, I got another super chat. My goodness.
Wow, you guys are being crazy tonight. I'm just gonna call you whacking off. Pause. $2 for way too long. It hurts. Enjoying the show. Oh, I don't know what's going on, brother, but I hope you're okay.
I'm glad you're enjoying the show. Sounds like you got a good situation.
And if you're not, DM me.
I think that's tied.
It is a play in the name, right? Because I don't know where he was going with that.
I've been whacking off. All right. Well,
yep.
Get a firm grip.
Yep. Exactly.
He must be a joystick player. I'm just saying. Hello. Dual boxing and
waste those thumbsticks all the time. Hey,
yes,
Dave. Is this pasty white ghost emoji? Is that because I'm your guest today? Asshole.
Wait, which one
was that? What is that shit?
Wait, hold on.
What are we doing?
Pasty white mug. I don't see
is there,
which one?
Is there pasty one?
Just
I wonder.
I thought
I actually looked. I was like, is there one? Because we do switch them up
Spencer.
a lot. Oh man.
Oh goodness.
For a second, I thought he was talking about like the tinfoil hat one, but I think we moved that one out.
We did. We rotated it in and out.
Yeah. That's a good one.
But yeah, we added these two new Fallout ones, which I really like.
Love me some Fallout, baby.
Dude, that show is so good.
Dude, it was so good, right? That last episode, Dave, was chef's kiss. My God, was that show good?
Talk about building up the.
Go ahead.
The
hype, man.
The second episode, so we're
a
ways to go.
All right.
Well, let's just say you're going to fucking enjoy it,
dude. I feel like it gets better and better. I really do.
Super chat.
Sir X-Man with the $5 says, no handheld Mo VR on Xbox. Give me the new light guns that work with our new TVs and bring us light gun games for this generation. Be the first Xbox. There you go, Sir X.
He's not wrong though, right? Like if you get light guns on games again, that would be awesome.
I love that idea. I love that Sir X-Man brought that up. Bringing it back. Bringing
Got
it
a new
full
member
180,
too.
brother. Chaos Theory became a YouTube member. Welcome, brother. Welcome to the council. Appreciate you. I don't know if I've seen your name around, so I appreciate that, man.
Look at his.
Dude, that's a great
avatar. It's awesome.
That's a great avatar. Yeah, big fans of Fallout around here. So yeah, you are in good company, sir. You are in good company.
Exactly. Where do you want to go next, Ricky?
I'm going to step away just for a minute, Dave.
Yes.
I literally like a minute. I didn't know while I'm gone if you wanted to share some of the stuff that my buddy FarQ.
Fuck you.
Shout out to you, FarQ. Sorry I could not get to all the content that you sent me last night on our podcast, but that's why I was like, Dave, we gotta play some of this stuff.
We will do it tonight. Fuck you.
We'll do it tonight. Dave will do it right now as I step away just for a minute. I'll be right back, guys.
No worries.
Step away for a second.
And I tell you, FarQ
and I can still hear you. So
so we can watch what you say. Fuck. I mean, whatever. Just kidding. FarQ puts a special note in here saying RHETRI is awesome. Yeah. Okay, he didn't say that. But he says, no worries, bro. But yeah, but we're going to take care of it tonight. Since he didn't use those last night, guess what, FarQ? We're going to use them now. So the response that the people got to that little game, with the skimpy dressed lady, Stellar Blades, as it were. Stellar jams, Stellar cheeks, whatever you want to call it, the booty. And the thing is, I love the actual. If you see the model, the actual actress model that actually, did the scan for that, is like, that's her body, and it's like, holy.
The mocap is accurate, so like you can't give him that much grief for the fact that that's what you're working with, right? Good on her that she's working with that. There's
exactly. I bet she gets a lot more mocap.
Came back, good timing.
Yeah, like, do you want to go in and edit it so it doesn't look like that? I'd say that's also like just a bridge too far. Just leave it be.
I feel like I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody, but tell me if I'm wrong here. I think we're okay with Stellar Blade. Like we don't want censorship either. But Web Dave, there's 125. Yeah, we're not
playing all
airing
of
that.
We're
We're not doing all of them. But I think we're all in agreement here. Like, we don't want censorship, obviously, but this is kind of taking it to a different level, I guess, because I would never be. I'm just gonna call it what it is. This is weird, guys. This is weird energy for this many people to make videos, to boycott the game over censorship, and very little censorship. Like, I guess I'm not really seeing it. I know people are making their whole goddamn YouTube careers off of this censorship bullshit, which I just think is ridiculous personally. Some people are like, oh, it's a slippery slope, but I don't know. To each their own. Sir X-Man with the $2 says, imagine Sega Xbox bringing a new House of the Dead. Yes, Sir X-Man is just firing on all cylinders tonight, dude. I love that. Yes, House of the Dead. Absolutely. Especially with the guns.
Read that real quick.
Ryu Gaming said, "Fark me." Yes, fark you. Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of videos, man.
Let's put it this way too, right? Like, if we were talking about a movie where we saw someone full frontal, or like, just from the back, or just boobs or anything like that, people wouldn't be losing their mind over that.
Wouldn't give any shits, dude.
Yeah, the only reason they're freaking out about something like this is because it's interactive, which is like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, like, you need to suck it up and adapt to the fact that, like, this is this is where we live now. Like, the visuals look like real people. It is what it is. If you can't handle that, like, that sucks for you, but it's a form of art. It's a form of media. It should be treated just like movies are.
But it's still extremely revealing, though. That's the weird thing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's already, like, extremely revealing. So they're complaining that it's not as revealing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't give a shit because I'm in my 40s. I'm married, and I'm just like, who fucking cares? But these guys do.
You're not visiting Pamela Anderson anymore. So
no, not anymore.
Did you say Pamela?
He said Pamela.
What now? I didn't say anything.
Clip
Oh, goodness. We're getting a grip on that one too, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that always
All
comes
5
in handy.
fingers.
All 5. Alrighty then. Welcome out, Sabril. Family in the house. Love it. All right, so we're gonna. Can you let me know if you can hear this right away? So here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Nope.
No, I'm not getting any audio.
Can you hear it?
No audio. I swear to God, there was one that didn't have audio, but I don't think that was it. Like literally,
No, it's playing on my side, so this may be tricky because it's one of those where I'm sharing the screen.
It's not going to take it because it's from
because
it's from Discord.
Sir X-Men's 100% correct on this too. He says people have been saying this for years. They want realism in their game and they never get it. And when they do get it, they cry about it, which is like, it's 100%. Like, you got what you wanted. Calm down. Like, leave it be. I would argue it's the same thing as like internet websites or R-rated movies. If it offends you, then don't go buy it.
Then
if it's too much for you and you can't handle the fact that you don't get to see all of the goodies in your video game.
It's not enough of the goodies. That's the complaints, though, Cypher.
Guess what? There's a website for you. Like, I'm sorry, but suck it up. Like,
there's an anime pillow made just for you.
Like, only fans.
Man, like you've got. This is a golden to modify Pong Soul's phrase.
Pong here.
This is a golden age of gaming, but this is also a golden age of media and content. And if you want something, you could probably Google it.
Yeah.
FarQ, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to play them through
I'm so
Discord
sorry, FarQ.
because the audio will not play through it, and I can't. It won't let me. It won't let me do it.
He'd have to like reroute his host system. I'm sorry, Dave. I actually forgot about that.
That's no big deal. It's no big deal. I mean, now if somebody can send it to me or some of them maybe
like Twitter,
just a few through Twitter, through X, in messaging, then I can try it. But that's unfortunately the only way.
I forgot Discord's like its own thing.
You see what FarQ put up there?
What he put? No, I missed it. No, you can't go anywhere. You gotta, you're a mod. You're staying right here.
You're stuck, mister.
He's like, I sent you 120 videos and neither of you fuckers are playing it. Sorry,
fuck you.
Yeah.
Love you, man. Oh goodness, but we did try, so we'll see what happens.
We gave it the college try. If you can send it, and I'm not asking you to do it, but if anyone wants to send it to Dave, direct DM to Twitter, that would work. Yep. Ray
had to download them from actually download them from his Discord. They were able to replay them. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have the time to do that today.
I didn't think of that.
Real life kind of got in my way.
Yeah,
sorry.
Exactly. And shout out to you, Stone King. Shout out to you, man.
Exactly.
I've seen you around a lot, man. So I appreciate all the support you've been giving us.
And Mash, thank you so much for being here too, man. This community is amazing, and we're having such a good time tonight.
They're the best.
Exactly. So I just gotta say that again, man. It's so awesome. Did we get them? We did get this one. Okay, I want to make sure I got them because
yes, we did.
Down. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was a very
appreciate
good
you.
shout out. Yeah. On that note, hopefully we can get Axel back in here. I think we'll talk about this enough where he'll get his 2 cents. I think. But we've got to talk about the Xbox showcase. Let's get that, and that's the main topic. That's what everyone should be excited about. So let's get into that. The Xbox Game Showcase. Yeah, go ahead. Airs June 9th, followed by a Call of Duty Direct. I don't think we have to question this anymore. The Verge isn't. They're just saying it's a Call of Duty Direct. So that's what I'm going with because that's 99.9% what it is. Microsoft is getting ready for a big Xbox Summer Showcase. Microsoft officially holding its Xbox Summer Showcase on June 9th. As The Verge reported earlier this month, the showcase will air on Sunday, June 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK, and will include a deep dive into the next installment of Call of Duty after the main show ends. Microsoft is only teasing the Call of Duty Direct as the next installment of a beloved franchise. But sources familiar with the company's plans tells The Verge that this is indeed Call of Duty. This will be the first Xbox showcase featuring games across Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda, and Microsoft's Xbox Game Studios. They understand Microsoft is currently planning to announce a new Gears of War game during the show. The showcase will also include a number of release dates for upcoming games like Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, Avowed, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. They say we'll likely get a date on when the Shattered Space expansion is coming to Starfield. Todd Howard recently revealed it's due this fall. And they understand Bethesda is currently targeting September for Shattered Space. Activision is targeting the next Call of Duty for October, in case you guys didn't know. Avowed and Microsoft Flight Sim, they are looking at to do in November, and Indiana Jones possibly in December. So second half of this year, extremely packed for Xbox and all these games that are going to be dropping. But what we want to know is what you predict yourself will be there silent, or even things that you're looking forward to. We know in the past, I think it was either last year, the last couple of years, they showed 27 games at one of the events, 33 games at another event. So there's going to be, I expect, at least 30 or more games to be shown during this event, whether it's between first party and third party and the third party partners. But what are you looking forward to seeing at this show yourself personally?
So I'll try and keep it like, I won't be too selfish. I won't pick all the things, but
pick as many as you want, man. That's
whatever you want, buddy.
Yeah, anything and everything. I don't care.
Anything and everything. Damn.
Yeah.
I would really like to see The Last Night finally get announced somewhere. I was hopeful that we'd see that on the indie game
forgot
showcase.
about that one.
We did not.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll see that. I think another one would be Doom Year Zero.
Yes, sir.
I think it's right around that time at this point. If not, like what else are we doing over there right now? Like it's got.
I mean, we're due.
Heavy in development. Right?
We're overdue for seeing something from the id team, from id Tech. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's a very good shout out on that one.
I think,
or Quake. Maybe it could be Quake too. Right?
Yeah, there's a good possibility, because it seems like they're wanting to restart that series anyways. So potentially we see like a 1 or a 1 and 2 remake or something. Who knows? Like they could easily dive into that. They've got it. They've shown that they're interested in playing around with it with those smaller remasters that they did.
Yep.
So that's very likely. One, and this one, God, I keep thinking this every year, but I think we'll end up seeing Splinter Cell. Like we'll just see like a teaser of it at the Xbox showcase. And then we'll see an actual reveal at Ubisoft's thing, Ubisoft Forward or whatever it is. Those are a couple. I had another one that I was thinking of. I
didn't even have Splinter Cell on my list. I don't know why, but there's just so many damn games.
It's been so long.
That's a good one though. I really see. That's why I love, like I say everything and anything, because I wrote a ton of shit down and I completely forgot about Splinter Cell. Honestly,
you, Dave.
Yeah, bring it back, man.
Yeah,
I'm not even big into those types of games, but Splinter Cell was the game that made me go, oh, I can like this type of, sneaking around type of espionage game or whatever. Yeah, definitely good pick on that one, dude, for sure.
So I'm forgetting the other one that I wanted to mention, but Abdel actually brings up one that they were talking about on Game On Daily yesterday. And when I heard it, like every time I hear it and I hear the reference to it, it always just like gets me hyped, is Killer Instinct 2, right? Now, the thing that they bring up with it is like as soon as like the screen goes black and all of a sudden you hear that music kick in, like that is one of those hype moments. It's the same thing as when Splinter Cell gets announced and you end up hearing you hear the night vision goggles, right? Like,
right.
You don't even need much. Like, you hear something like that, and you see, like, summer 2025 or something like that. Like, that would be a hype moment. That, I mean, yes, I would love to see gameplay and stuff like that in different games and stuff. It'd be great. Like, Perfect Dark. Let's see something from Perfect Dark finally.
Agreed.
But something like a Killer Instinct 2 or a Splinter Cell, where it's been very quiet up until now, like give me a teaser of some sort. I would be very much for that.
Just something that I'm with you. Just that we know it
Proof
exists.
of life.
That's it.
Proof of life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a great. I like how you framed that. A proof of life, just so we know it's coming sometime in our future. I don't care if it's 2027.
Blink twice to let me know that you're still okay and you're alive.
Oh God, yes, love that reference. What else you got, man? You got anything else that's on your list of excitement that you want to see, and any third party stuff too, as well as first party?
I mean, I continue to say that I would love to see an XCOM 3. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, because obviously we had Sons of Midnight, or Midnight Suns. Good Lord,
Midnight Suns, and it sounds like, unfortunately, it sounds like it didn't sell well either, too. Right?
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, it didn't do great, and it's because it's kind of it's a style that no one was really expecting.
Wait, am I crazy? Did that studio go under, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Is still around.
Okay, they're still okay, right? Or maybe I don't know. I feel like
I
felt like something happened with that studio. I might be making shit up. Hopefully, I'm making shit up.
I think they're still good. This one's going to be a selfish one, and I think it's kind of like a shoot the moon situation. But give me my Wolfenstein 3 at this point, because we need our Mecha Hitler moment. Need to have those type of battles, and we need to finish things off on that conversation. So I don't see that one hitting soon.
No, I don't either. I didn't even have that on my list, though. I see, because I kind of forgot about Wolfenstein. There's too many damn games here, dude. It's crazy.
There is a metric ton of games.
Metric shit ton.
Yes. There's one other one that I would really like to see, and I honestly think once the Toys for Bob stuff happened and they got shuttered back before the acquisition, I don't think this will ever happen at this point, but I was really excited for the idea of a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 bundle.
Yeah, brother.
Because all signs pointed that they were working on that on the background, and then everything happened the way we saw it. ActiveBliz dropped the hammer on them, and that will probably never be seen. Like even if they tried to spin some,
I think it won't too, right? Didn't Tony Hawk do an interview where they were talking about that it was going to happen, and it sounded that they were waiting for a specific studio to say yes, or a specific studio to work on it. So, man, that's high on my list too.
He's super receptive to it. Like he wants a game out there as long as it's a.
I mean, I would too. He made a shit ton of money.
See you, Luke. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
see you
saw
later,
it.
brother.
Thank
you, Luke.
So those are a couple of the ones that I have. Sorry, I could probably throw a bunch of other ones, but I'm curious what you guys are looking for in this showcase, because obviously there is a lot.
There is so much, and I'm gonna say a ton of crap, because I do not want to temper my expectation. I don't give a shit. I don't care if I say 1,000 games and they're all not there. I expect this showcase to be insane. I expect it to be.
I'm gonna let you go on a roll.
Games.
I'll be right back. I gotta make a quick call. I'm so sorry. We got a counter
you're
offer.
good.
Sorry.
Hell, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
Crazy.
That's
Be right back.
good news.
It's good news.
Spartan 661 says, "Rage Against the Machines, let's go." Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like anybody. Here's the thing.
Super chat too.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get to that in a second. Okay. Little PSA here: anyone who's trying to dampen your expectations for gaming, fuck them. Don't listen to that shit. I hate that crap. Like, who cares? Do your like. What's the point? What are we doing if we're not going to be excited about these shows and about our favorite hobby? Like, fuck that noise, man. I'll blow it off the roof. I don't give a shit. Sir X-Man with the $2 says Power Stones 3 exclusive on Xbox. Damn, Power Stones 3. Was that Capcom? I think it was a Capcom game back in the day. Man, Sir X-Man, love, man, he's got some really good things that you guys are saying tonight, man. Like even the stuff that you were saying, you said a lot of stuff. I didn't didn't have Killer Instinct on my list. I didn't have Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell should have been on my list. I just fucked up. Wolfenstein, I didn't have that on my list. For me, I would like to see. I want to see State of Decay 3. I just want to know what the hell it's about. You know what I mean? I want to see some gameplay. I know I get a lot of flack for this, but I kind of agree. I know Boom started saying this a long time ago, that he would like a single player version of State of Decay 3, like, you know, because he was really interested in the character, and I was too. I was seeing her out there in the woods. I like the tone, at least the tone that the trailer was setting off. So I would like to see something along those lines. I just want to see gameplay of State of Decay 3. Honestly, very much like when you mentioned Perfect Dark. I want to see some gameplay, not another like little sizzle reel.
Dude, it's got to be time. It's got to be time at this point.
You got to show something. Like, you got to show. I feel like you got to show something. I would like to see more Fable, but I think a lot of people don't are actually kind of thinking that Fable might not be there, and they might be right on that. We might have got, like, I don't know about the timing. I'm not quite sure exactly when Fable is really set to release. I'm guessing it's going to be a holiday release. I don't know. There's just too many games for Xbox. What do you think, Cypher, about Fable? Like, the chances of us seeing anything there?
I kind of get a feeling that one's getting pushed. To be
like
honest,
push out of the show, or pushed because they need to work on it.
Pushed for, well, no, I don't see. In the past, I feel like there was a lot of like, this needs to be pushed because this needs more time to bake. But
yeah.
I don't think that's the case for this game, because it's already had a good amount of time under it. Sure. I think more than anything, going back to our conversation earlier, the rest of this year is so stacked that like something's got to give. You're going to overlap.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
like you're going to start overlapping, and I know that there's a bunch of different genres, so like not everything's going to impact each other. But you look at this, and you know they cited way back that they wanted to make sure that they had quarterly first party release, right?
Yeah, speak on it, brother.
So that's kind of where I think, like, now that they've gotten to a point where they have such a sizable buffer between everything that they've created, they can push themselves out a little bit, and they can actually give some of those games maybe a little more time to add some of the things that they want to, or fine tune it with like the hardware, or with some of the actual like RDNA suite and stuff like that. So my hope is, and we'll talk about delaying games for updates later too, but I do think, like, give the games the time that they need, bring them out when we have the functionality that we're looking for as fans, and that we've voiced and that they've talked about. Don't push the game out if it's not ready. Like,
I love that. I love that you're bringing that up, because I've even made videos about this specific subject, and how Microsoft, now that they have so many IPs and so many studios, that they don't have to rush anything ever again, right? Matt Booty said it himself. He goes, "We're having an issue of just trying to figure out where to place these games."
And that was before they got ActiBliz.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And when he said it, that's true. That's true. Because at that point, they didn't really know if ABK was going to really happen, right? It was still very much up in the air because of the CMA. But yeah, I think maybe Fable does get pushed. I think Amit said in the chat, maybe like a direct for Fable, January 2025. God, it feels so weird saying 2025. I'm old, and it just, you know, I graduated in 1999, like, so it
feels like we're still stuck in COVID times, to be honest. Like it feels like the last few years have not gone by. Like we're just stuck in the same place.
Dude, it's so odd. So they're definitely tipping their hat, The Verge at least, saying Gears 6, and of course the other talk of the town with that is the Phoenix collection. Are we gonna get some sort of Phoenix collection, which would be great? Kind of feels like if you did something like that, you get the Phoenix collection first to, get the taste of Gears back in your mouth, for lack of better words. And then Gears 6 comes out whenever the fuck Gears 6 comes out. Cause I have no clue if that's a 2025 game, 2026. Like I don't know, but you got to know, it's, what have they been doing, right? Outside of helping the other studios, like what's the coalition besides making, Matrix demo and helping these other studios out? It's not like Microsoft's like, yeah, you can sit on your ass for 6 years and do nothing. Like that's just not reality. They have to have been creating something, right?
So that's something I heard in another one of the shows I was watching over the last couple of days. Someone brought up the idea of like, what if all this time, because we knew that they were working on a smaller project to play around with the hardware, with like the studio and play around with UE5 and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What if over this time there is a full version of a Matrix game that's been worked on?
Oh, okie dokie.
Because something like that could happen, since they've already played around in that universe and they had that demo. Like maybe they put something together, like a full release of some sort.
Damn, dude.
But I
like that idea.
Cool. It would be cool. Those Matrix games back in the day were good. Like they weren't really all amazing, but they were good.
They were solid. As long as it runs more than 20 frames a second, because the frame rate was kind of garbage on that. And can you imagine though, like Cypher though, if another game comes out and it comes from Coalition and it's, even if it's Matrix and it's 30 frames a second, because I think people would lose their fucking minds. Like, oh God, another 30 frames per second game.
I think that's the saving grace with them. Just like with the Forza side, right, is usually a 60 and a pretty well polished experience is going to come from them. I agree. They play around in that playground like all the time, so they're very familiar with it.
People actually started to say, do you think Gears 6 could be 30 frames? I'm like, no fucking way, bro. Come on. They actually started going that. I'm like, Coalition? Nope. There are some studios that are absolutely amazing at optimization, and it's Coalition and id under the Microsoft banner. Like those two studios are unparalleled in my opinion when it comes to optimization. So I just, when people started saying, do you think Gear 6 could be 30 frames? I was like, are you fucking what are you smoking? No way.
And if it's sitting at a 30 right now, delay it for a while and bring it to us when it's ready in 60. Like, give it the time. I don't care.
Absolutely. Shout out to the 148 watching us on YouTube right now, and the total of 337 people watching us across all the platforms. We've been getting a lot of great numbers on X, guys. We appreciate you. We do appreciate you. You guys coming out. Mm-hmm. There was a few super chats, Dave, that we didn't.
Let me bring those up. I did see those pop up. I'm lurking in the background, but I'll get those. Okay. Let's see here. First, I do want to get this comment. That's not a super chat, but I started.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we love Mo, and Mo's got some great ones here. This was on. All these are on my list. Wu-Tang. I did have Wu-Tang right at the top of my list. Perfect Dark, he says, and South of Midnight. Amen to South of Midnight. To a point that Cypher said earlier about the one thing I talked about last night on our podcast was Xbox has got to stop with just backloading their games. I know it's probably not their faults, whatever, but we need something in Q1. We have got to have something for Q1 of 2025. And my theory is that maybe South of Midnight, maybe Clockwork Revolution could be one or two of those games for the beginning of 2025. So shout out to you, Mo. South of Midnight, it's just so different. I'm so looking forward to that game, man. Gamer by Choice with the $5 says, I want people to be excited for the show, but I hate when people have high expectations and then blame Xbox when they are not met. Not fair to Xbox. I agree. My expectations are through the roof, but I'll get over it in 5 minutes. I'm not going to be like, Xbox, why didn't you show XYZ? The truth is, Gamer by Choice, there's so much shit to show. I think some stuff has to get pushed to kind of like what Cypher was saying. Why we think maybe Fable isn't here at this time, because there's plenty of other stuff that they can show, and other games maybe we don't even know about yet. Maybe stuff we haven't seen, which is even, and more exciting.
And you know what, on that, RHETRI, like Fable, for example, if they don't show it now, during the awards ceremony that's coming up, that's that's going to be
fair.
It's basically Xbox Awards. I'm just kidding. But when that happens, I mean, that would be a good place to drop the Fable date, because then they could be like everybody's attention on it, and they'd be like, oh, by the way, beginning this year or this summer, boom, fucking hell, that would be good, because we know it's not coming out this year. Fable's not. But if it's coming out next year, even if it's toward the middle or the end, and they announce it at the Game Awards, that's going to be in everybody's head. Oh my God, that would just be, and they could show a new clip of more gameplay, and maybe tweaked up the graphics that people were bitching about that they shouldn't have been, but that's okay. Just my thoughts on that. So, and then there's another super chat.
Spartan661 with the $2 says, will the internet stop if Lego and Minecraft mingle? Man, I mean, would they be able to, now that they kind of buddied up with Fortnite? I don't know. I wonder if Epic locked them down for some sort of weird contractual thing with because they have like Lego shit in the game now. So I don't know. But it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense for those two things to mingle, to make a baby, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, and go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I do have one more that I wanted to bring up. The Beer Baron brought up in the chat too. Contraband.
Yes. What the hell is going on with Contraband?
Here's my thing: is I kind of feel like, because of how quiet it's been, maybe they ran into a snag. Maybe
some
this
issues.
is going to be a while. Someone said something, I think it was earlier today or yesterday, about Contraband and maybe being in trouble, and I was like, I haven't seen that anywhere, so I gotta do some research and see if anything's been said. But I was looking frantically for an article, because I was like, what, did it get canceled? Did it get delayed? Like, what's going on? I didn't see anything. So I'm a little nervous because it's been pretty quiet.
It's been pretty quiet. Yeah.
But to be fair, it's also been really quiet for State of Decay. So
yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you could say, right? Like Perfect Dark is very quiet with Perfect, right? Like you can kind of go on and on. There's a long list of like, we just got those initial teaser concept trailers, and that was it. And it was lights out after that. Big bad. But see, that's enough, dude. This is what I'm talking about, bro. I completely forgot about the People Can Fly thing that they're working on with Xbox. Completely forgot about it. Yeah. Very much looking forward to those guys. I really liked what the hell was their game that they did?
Shout out to Big Mad Mo.
Jesus.
Bulletstorm. They did a more recent one too.
Yeah, Jesus. My mind is completely blank, and I loved it too, and I can't think of what it is right now.
I forget the new one.
Oh my God. Mo, put it in chat. I cannot remember what the hell it's called.
Painkiller, which I would really love to see a new Painkiller as well.
Oh Jesus, man, Sir X, man, dude, come on, man. I hope so. I don't see it, but I'll take back compat. I don't give a shit. Sir X Man with the $2 says, "What if Xbox shows a new Guitar Hero coming?" I
mean, here's the thing, right?
Print
Is like
money.
Phil mentioned it. Phil did bring up the idea that he would like to bring something like that back. There's a lot of moving parts in that situation because
Outriders,
of
thank you.
Sorry. Yes, Outriders. That was the
Jesus, how did I forget that? I love that game. So
Silent, you know that they're actually making, and they've or quote unquote reissuing now both the Guitar Hero guitar and the Rock Band guitar. Updated versions of those are now starting to be. I think they're going to be on sale within the next 2 or 3 months. I've seen several different. I'm have to dig on that, but I've seen several different articles on that.
Yeah.
So, dude, no, I was not aware of that, but I will tell you something right now, because we actually went down the nostalgia road last January, I think it was, and I ended up picking up a couple guitars, some of the Explorer guitars from Guitar Hero 2. I got a microphone for Rock Band. We've been playing a bunch of that stuff, but trying like the used market for that stuff is a nightmare. Very high prices, very low quality, because like people beat the hell out of those guitars and drums and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I would love if we have a new one, or even if they just start kicking some of those guitars out there, because yeah, everything that's in the used market is generally your whammy bars busted, or like the keys have been altered. So like the order of the keys are different. Like there's all sorts of weird things. So that'd be great.
What's this here? It was showing something going on with Paris that he's going to be a part of, apparently.
So read that, and then I'll play the clip.
Paris teases something exciting for the Xbox community. I know it's something that's going to happen pretty soon that I'm going to be a part of, that people in the Xbox community are going to be excited about. What do you think it is? All right,
so this is what he said on the final XCast that they had. Sad to see it go, but that's okay. Yep. But this is they're still going to carry on, and they're still going to cover Xbox. It's not like they're not going to do that.
No, they're ramping up.
So he's getting here we go.
We will still come on and talk Xbox. I will still be coming on talking Xbox. I know of something.
Whoops, I messed that up.
No, you're
sorry.
good.
Can you guys? Is it? Can you see it?
It was playing. Yeah, you were good.
Okay.
We will still come on and talk Xbox. I will still be coming on talking Xbox. I know of something that's going to happen pretty soon that I'm going to be a part of, that people in the Xbox community is going to be excited about. You know what I mean? So we will still come on and talk Xbox. I will still be coming on talking Xbox.
Let's hear that again.
I know of something that's going to happen pretty soon that I'm going to be a part of, that people in the Xbox community is going to be excited about. You know what I mean? So
you don't think he's talking about Flight Sim, do you? I feel like it's something else.
No. Because I don't. Else.
I feel Killer Instinct. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it could be. Guys in the chat, what do you think? What do you think Paris is talking about? What would they bring Paris into in the
Paris
Xbox
Lilly is a friend of the show, by the way. We love Paris. So
yes, we do.
And also Paris also has the ability to kick anybody too that he finds offensive. Just so you know, he does have mod powers on our show.
So I
Big Bad Mo saying he is the Flight Sim guy. Yeah, I mean we know that obviously. We've seen him do the stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know if that's it. I feel like it's something else. Mo. But that's just me hoping it's something else. but he has done two different things on Flight Sim. You're right. It could be that. And maybe it's a deep dive on Flight Sim. Yeah.
But for the way he was wording it, the excitement level.
Really, I mean, you kind of have to say that though, right? Right? Like if you're doing PR, if you're part of that, you can't be like, no one's gonna care about this, but I'm doing a Flight Sim thing. Like no one's gonna be like, it's PR.
Ooh, you know, like what Galveston said.
Oh yeah, it was combat flight.
Oh, that's actually very plausible. Great point, Galveston. Combat would actually excite someone like me who doesn't care too much about Flight Sim. But the new one does look cool. Like I like all the new like that. This is the first Flight Sim I've seen in a long time that I'm even relatively like somewhat interested in. To be honest with you, and I think it was a smart move on Flight Sim to go in the direction they're going in.
Yes.
Sorry for all you Flight Sim fans. There's plenty of you out there. I'm just not one of them.
We have some videos. Parky, this is definitely plenty. So thank you so much. But we'll get to them here in just a little bit. I promise. We will get to them before we wrap out tonight.
I think realistically, like Paris saying stuff about something like this, it wouldn't surprise me if we find out that he's hosting like the after show for this coming run, because he's also had a history on that.
Mm-hmm,
right,
right.
He's done that before.
You talking like the Call of Duty show,
or maybe the one that happens like a day later, 2 days later.
He could, but they always
Yeah,
they always do the one that's usually
follow-up show.
That's like
okay, I get what you're saying. Okay,
so
sometimes a deeper dive.
Yeah, I mean he could be involved with the Call of Duty one, but I was thinking like a recap one.
Could be.
But good on him if he gets involved in either of them. Like that's always awesome.
Yeah, I love to see. Yeah, he does a great job. I love to see like it's just so cool seeing someone that I've been watching forever be on an Xbox stage, because no one else would ever do anything like that ever. You're never gonna see a Sony fan on the stage presenting fucking anything. And I just think it's so cool of Xbox to allow Paris to do something like that. But yes,
I always appreciate it when it's actually someone who plays the games and not the IGN cringe crew. Also,
yeah, amen to that, brother. What about Everwild, guys? Do you think we'll see something from Rare in their new game? Like anything? The little tease, nothing.
I'd love to.
I would love it. I thought the premise was cool. I don't know if it's the same game that they were kind of touting.
It's not.
Probably
it's not going to be the same game, but I think also because they did scrap it the way they did, I wouldn't see that one for probably another year. That's my guess.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, they're busy making incredible amounts of updates. One of the best ongoing games, Keely. Yeah, I saw someone say Viva Pinata. Very good pick there. Amit says he thinks we'll see Everwild. I hope we do to some extent. I don't know. What about ABK stuff, guys? What would you think? We will go down the road of Game Pass and ABK back compat drop. I don't know if it's drop at all. Like, you mentioned Tony Hawk earlier. That's very high on my list for back compat, like the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake. Fantastic games. Do you guys think, I'll go to you, Cypher, obviously. Do you think we'll see any Game Pass back compat titles coming from Activision Blizzard King?
I think that we'll probably end up seeing a couple titles announced during the show as already being available to play right now in Game Pass. Mm-hmm. And then I think moving from there, they're probably going to do something like maybe a monthly cadence where they drop it off just like their Game Pass drops that they already do anyways. I think it'd be tied into that. So all of a sudden we'll start seeing some of those titles being those monthly drops into Game Pass. But I think they'll be on top of the stuff that they're already doing. I don't think it's just going to replace that, because usually they do that for like the newer games, right? Like the newer indie games, the stuff that's kind of smaller titles, they'll bring that stuff in anyways. I think they'll add some Actiblizz games into those monthly drops.
Okay. I like that. So you think like maybe there'll just be like a few games at this showcase that is that will be there for you to play on June 9th, which I agree with. I do think there'll be some drops. I don't know how many. I'm okay with the whole like once a month thing. It'd be nice if at the June showcase they were to like tell us that would be great. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually release some back compat ABK games monthly. I don't think they'll probably tell us that, but I would love to at least hear that.
I kind of think they will.
You do? Okay, I love that. I hope I'll take the L on that one. And
I think for that initial drop during the showcase, I would say probably 6 to 12 games added.
Okay, that's that. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's way more than I thought you were thinking. So that's a pretty serious drop. You're doing like 6 to 12 day one.
6 to 12 to start off with, and then it wouldn't surprise me if it dropped down to maybe like a 3 to 4 cadence monthly. That's my guess.
Yep, I like that. I think that's very doable. Someone said something coming to Game Pass before it tries something. Yes, Amit saying hopefully they announce the ABK titles coming to Game Pass before transitioning into the COD Direct. Which I think they will. I mean, that makes the most amount of sense to me. But who knows? I mean, there's so many games out here. We got and even third party stuff, right? You got like Square Enix with Visions of Mana. We know that's coming. Maybe we know the relationship with Square and Phil and their CEO is much better now than it has been in a long time. You got a new CEO, a new Square essentially, right? Hopefully a smarter Square. At least that's what we're hoping for. So maybe some stuff from like Visions of Mana. You got like Flintlock. Flintlock's one we haven't heard from in a while. I know a lot of people were talking about Replaced, right? The cyberpunk kind of side scroller that looks amazing. A lot of people looking forward to this one. Hollow Knight, Silk Song, possibly coming into the fold. I agree with Cypher and IdTech. I feel like Doom. Even it's a teaser, something from Doom. You got Metal Gear Solid, right? That was shown at one of the previous Xbox shows. So Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the longest name ever. Maybe Kojima. I don't know. That's probably a stretch. The OD game from a Kojima, that's probably a stretch. But Capcom 2, Path of the Goddess, right? They're doing a deal with that's going into Game Pass day one. So I don't know. Does anyone think we'll see anything? And this is probably very unlikely. This is a stretch. Does anyone think we'll see anything from Blade?
I think it's too early. I think
Probably too soon, right?
We know it's coming, and that's something we definitely don't need to hear about. Kina, we mentioned
that's good point, Warawana. Hopefully I say your name right. Kina, that's a very good. That's a good point. I really hope that goes into Game Pass, man. I feel like it's right for Game Pass. Yes, thank you. I forgot about Double Fine. Amit saying Double Fine's next game, which could be. I made a video about this a long time ago. I thought I was a little too early on this. I thought they were going to show this already, but maybe that kiln game, game, the one where you're like a pot or whatever, and you have essentially. I thought the idea of that was very cool, and it was something that they've been working on for years. So we know that it exists in some fashion, right? So that's a good pick.
Welcome back, Axel,
on that studio.
Hey,
what's
thank
up,
you,
Axel? How's it going, man?
Hey, Retri, read this comment real quick, and then I got a comment about it.
Yeah, Dead Proof says, I think whatever they show, it's gonna wow us. Maybe wow.
So, well, WoW, is a Blizzard game that they've been a lot of talk, a lot of back and forth about how they would love to bring it to console. Boy, that'd be a nice announcement, huh? If it was even. To double down on that, Dave, and I don't know if it's going to happen. I think it's maybe too early for that, but Blizzard is not doing BlizzCon. That we know. Right. So a lot of people are thinking that Blizzard might show up to either this showcase or other showcases to showcase maybe WoW. I mean, now you're right, like it's an Xbox ecosystem, PC, Xbox, everything. So. Have Owen Wilson
come out and say,
wow.
I like that. That's good. Axel.
Yes, sorry, I just got back. Fill me in. What I missed?
Yeah, so we were just going through our hopes, our dreams, what we expect to see at the Xbox showcase June 9th, and kind of just like what we want, what we hope, So let's go to you, man. Like, what are you expecting to see? What are you maybe hoping to see? Maybe some far-reaching stuff that is probably unlikely, but you kind of shoot for the moon type of stuff.
All right. Well, most excited about Gears 6. I love Gears of War. I especially love Gears of War Horde mode. I am a huge Horde mode guy. So I love Gears. I love the way the new story's going. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's not as good as it used to be. And it's like, okay, when it used to be, it was brand new. Of course, you got all that brand new feeling. Now you're comparing how it is to how it used to be. You're not actually enjoying it. But me, I'm enjoying it. I think, I think Gears 6 is going to be all about Dell, because Gears 4 was JD, Gears 5 was Kate, and I think Gears 6 is going to be Dell. So I'm very interested to find out what they do there. Yeah. And I kind of like that each Gears game is taking someone from the new Delta Squad. Or are they called Delta Squad? They're called something different, I think.
I can't remember the squad name, but
I can't remember the squad name either.
Someone will know.
Yeah, but so yeah, I'm really looking for that. Forward to that the most. Of course, I'm looking forward to hearing about everything they've already announced. I want more Fable. I'm a huge flight sim guy. I got like 10 days worth of flight sim under my belt. So I'm a huge flight sim guy. So the fact that Flight Sim 2024 is going to add the jobs that I've been doing via mods into like now built in.
Right. Good point. Yeah.
That's going to be good. So it's going to be cool. And more than just one job, because the job I gamified flight sim by adding basically a cargo plane and owning my own cargo company, and
okay, yeah,
it's this whole thing, right? It's this whole mod, and you pay like $9 a month for it, and I wonder what they're gonna do now that it's gonna be built in.
Yeah, those mod guys are like, damn, you guys.
But that's took our idea and come from, gamified right? Flight simulator.
Yeah, hopefully some of those guys get hired, but a lot of great ideas come from the modding community, and you just take it from there, which is a smart thing to do if you're a Sobo. But yeah.
So let's see. It was not a bathroom break, people. It was not a bathroom break. Okay.
Yeah,
it was realistic. That would have been a very long bathroom break.
Hey, Mark, no shitty comments to Axel. Okay.
Yeah. But I want to kind of hear the one I want to see the most about, and it's because I loved State of Decay 2. I want to hear more about State of Decay 3.
Thank you, Axel. Yes.
The way that trailer looked, or that CGI trailer, is fantastic. I think after that, I want to see more State of Decay 3, how they're changing the systems, how it's going to be 4-player, all that good stuff to go with it. Everwild, I mean, I heard it got rebooted because nobody knew what it was about.
Right.
So, including me. But guys, this won't be the first time we see a game announced and then just never hear about it again in the gaming community, you know?
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
So if those are gone, they're gone. If Everwild is gone, is gone. But Rare needs to do something other than
agreed.
Sea of Thieves. As much as I love Sea of Thieves, I played Sea of Thieves straight for 3 years. I became a pirate legend in the first year, so I loved my Sea of Thieves. Okay.
But you want to see the new hotness, whatever that is from Rare. Like you want them constrained, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to see the new. It's only a 60 on Xbox, but an 85 on PS5 game that they're going to pump out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let me think. Double Fine. Who knows what they're working on? They could be working on Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo 3. Double Fine's not. We haven't heard anything from Double Fine. They've gone full silent.
They did shoot that down. They did shoot that down, though. They're like, we don't want to work on existing IPs. We want to do our own thing.
That's why I think that's why I think it's Kiln. That's why I think, because I know they're working on Kiln. That's not up for debate. That is Kiln. They have. If you ever watch the documentary from them, I cannot remember what it's called. But basically, they get all the developers together, and I think it's 2 weeks long, where everybody at the studio, there's like teams of 5 or whatever, and they all make their own game within. I think it's called Fortnite. And they just make a game like within 2 weeks, and a lot of those games from their past have become actual games. At least 2 of them that I know of have become real games from those Fortnites in the past. So Kiln is definitely being worked on by the guy who made it years ago during the 2-week Fortnite. That I know for sure is happening. I don't know if it's their next big release, but it's kind of like a multiplayer game where you're like filling up a kiln essentially. It's like you're like moving a water around. A lot of people were making fun of it because of the demo out there didn't look great, and I try to remind them that was made in 2 weeks 6 years ago. So that's people. People are like, oh my god, this is coming out. It looks like shit. And I'm like, guys, it was made in 2 weeks. That's not what you're gonna get. But
if it is Kim, I mean, no matter what Double Fine puts out, it's always gonna be quirky.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be quirky, and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's just their flavor, which is great. And I'm a huge Double Fine guy, But the one I'm also looking forward to is Towerborn. I keep hearing fun stuff about Towerborn, that it's something like the next Castle Crashers.
Yeah.
And, it's a beat 'em up.
God.
And I love Castle Crashers. Like, back in the Xbox, what was it? It was the Summer of Arcade, I think, back then, right?
Yeah.
I miss Summer of Arcade.
When it was Summer of Arcade on the Xbox 360 and Castle Crashers came out, full price, and I played it, and I convinced all my friends to buy it, and then all 4 of us were riding our deers while they were pooping. There you go, Park Q. While they were pooping away from that cat. and all of us were fighting. At the end of every level, we fought each other to see who would get to kiss the princess. What made me mad is when I finally won, it wasn't a girl. If you played Castle Crashers, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So when I finally won that fight, it was like, I get to kiss the princess. No, I didn't. I was ripped off. I was ripped off. But yeah, Castle Crashers and Towerborn is supposed to be like this amazing beat 'em up, and the people who have seen it have said it's great. From the people I hear about that have said they have seen it, and they have had people send them stuff. So I haven't seen it, but them just talking to me, I'm just like, oh my God.
I mean, they played it for a long time. I cannot remember what the show was for the life of me, but they played like a good 10, 20 minutes of it live for people to watch. So, I mean, it looks really good. So I, again, forgot. I can't believe I forgot about Towerborn. And that was like one of my most anticipated games. And there's so many games. I forgot to put that on my list, but good call out on that one, Axel.
But probably my most anticipated game outside of Gears, out of the games that have already been shown, the one I want the most is Fable. I've been a Fable guy since the original Fable. Call me Chicken Kicker. Definitely going to be another Chicken Kicker. I always go good side first, bad side on replay. So we'll see how that turns out in the new Fable. But yeah, and I mean everything else is going to be a nice surprise. I love these shows, and again, this is mostly talking about Xbox first party. From ABK side, I want StarCraft. From ABK side, screw that World of Warcraft crap. I want StarCraft.
You want
just saying,
like a full blown StarCraft like revival from Blizzard. Like you want.
Yeah, I mean StarCraft 2 was so well done. When they said they were going to split StarCraft 2 into 3 parts, I thought, oh my God, they're going to give me a third of a game. And no, every campaign was like full blown, well worth the $60. It was $60 back then, right? Well worth the $60. The Wings of Liberty, the Heart of the Swarm, the Legacy of the Void. Each one just expanded on the story. It was like 3 StarCrafts planned out, and I just want the new StarCraft 3 to come out.
I love that you brought that up, and I'm just gonna add a little fire to that small flame. Even though people have been talking about StarCraft forever, but let's not forget, and I'm not saying this is going to happen now, but I think StarCraft in the future for sure, because remember what just happened with China, right? In the deal with Blizzard, it's back. Guess who was huge into StarCraft? Guess who the community was massive for? Well, Koreans and China. Yeah, you're right. It was Koreans. Koreans were huge in that. But that's another huge audience for Blizzard that is now back in the fold, right? So maybe. So add a little.
And if they can bring back StarCraft Ghost that was going to launch back on the N64 and launch it on my Xbox, that'd be fantastic too. Just saying.
Yeah. And the thing is, StarCraft 1 and 2 easy ports for Game Pass PC, and
yes,
dude, it's like just
I agree.
They don't even have to really tweak them much, And now with the ability for Xbox consoles to play mouse and keyboard, it's built right in, dude. If that's the way you want to play that way, and they've got a lot of I guess mod type support that's actually on where you can actually play. I guess was it? Oh my gosh! Here I'm gonna. Box and Bear would be mad at me for messing it up, but Age of
Empires,
and Control on the Xbox console, fantastic, and it works good. It's actually playable that way if that's the way you want to play it.
Age of Mythology already got announced, so it's coming.
Yes. Age of Mythology, good call out. I forgot about that. Yep, that's another one, another RTS.
So that's the ABK side. From the Bethesda side, Outer Worlds 2. I loved the Outer Worlds.
Okay.
Outer Worlds 2 is wait, sorry, that's not.
Do you think they would even?
That's Obsidian. I'm sorry, that's Obsidian.
That's all right.
Outer Worlds 2.
No, but I get you. But do you think they would show that if they still? I mean, if Val hasn't released, do you think they would even tease Outer Worlds 2 at this point? You know what I mean?
I don't think they should. Between you and me, I don't think they should.
But you'd want to see it, yeah.
I would want to, but I don't think they should. I mean, focus on what's in front of you, not what's 10 miles down the road.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah,
it's still one of the best trailers ever, though. When they kind of did. Do you remember how they did that? Like the fake trailer for Outbreak?
Generic flares.
I love it. Flare. So good.
Yeah, it was great.
And that's what I loved about the Outer Worlds was the over the top like fourth wall breaking comedy. And
yes.
I put all my when I played Outer Worlds, I got a pink suit, and I put everybody in pink suits. My whole crew was in pink.
There you go.
So yeah, and I didn't care. I was just having a good time.
Yeah, that's a good game, man. Underrated game, in my opinion. Yeah,
but the one I know was probably not going to be there, but I want it to be there. And in case you don't know, Halo is my favorite franchise. Where's the Halo's my favorite franchise.
Nice.
Look at your avatar, right?
Yeah, look at the avatar. Hold on, where is it? Let's see. Look at the avatar.
It is. Yeah. Speaks for itself.
Yeah. I want to see Halo Wars 3.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I didn't think that's where you were going.
I want Halo 6, but no, I want Halo Wars 3.
Okay.
Because Captain Cutter is the only person to beat Atriox so far on the battlefield. To outmaneuver him, if you will. So I think if they do like a Halo Wars 3 to be a sequel to where Infinite is right now, maybe Captain Cutter's cleaning up everything on the Ark. I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy to me to make some things, but yeah, Halo Wars 3. I know that Halo Wars 2 sold worse than Halo Wars 1.
Yeah.
So the odds of it coming out are very slim.
Yeah.
I play Halo Wars 2 every week. I still play it.
Wow, really? Okay.
I play it every single week.
It's a great game. Very well done.
I love it.
Yeah. Those cinematics too were, oh my god, they're so good.
My god. Did you play the expansion Awakening the Nightmare?
I did not.
Oh my god, dude, you are missing out.
Is it on Game Pass as well?
No, the expansions are not.
Okay.
But that Awakening the Nightmare expansion, just watch it on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, I think I will.
But those cinematics and the fact that those two brute brothers, dealt with the flood the way they did, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. That's all I got to say.
Now I'm definitely gonna have to watch because now you got me because I love flood. So yeah,
Cypher. You know why I left.
You're trying to make
everything presentable.
He did. It's gone.
He's trolling us now.
Success. Yeah.
I thought I was losing my shit. I was like,
that's
where?
So funny, dude.
What?
It would have been funnier if he just moved it to like the other side of the room, just fuck with us.
What he did,
go off
he's
camera,
now
move it back.
projecting a fake digital background to cover up the plant. It's really still there, but you can't see it anymore.
Dude, I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. The poster that's up behind me that's covered right now by
the nod?
Command and Conquer nod.
Yeah, Command and Conquer.
I used to swap out the poster every week on the show just to see if anyone would notice. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Command and Conquer is on sale right now on Steam, 50% off.
I already have them.
There you go.
Yeah, I have them all too. And you have access to them if you're on Game Pass, PC Game Pass, just saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Spartan. So I've played all the Halos, Spartan Assault. There was another mobile one, not just Spartan Assault, but a twin stick shooter one, Spartan Assault, and it escapes me what the other one was.
I can't remember.
Spartan Assault was the better one, in my opinion. But yeah, I've played them all, and I can tell you, Spartan Assault was not it for me. But Halo Wars it hits because, Silent Cypher, I don't know if you know, but the whole reason I got into PC gaming was Command and Conquer, real-time strategy.
Attaboy.
I cut my teeth on PC gaming on Command and Conquer. I played the Command and Conquer, the Sins of a Solar Empire, the StarCrafts, the Warcrafts when they came out, just all that. So, yes, on the Sega Saturn, yes,
yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Nice.
Showing his age.
Yep, just a little bit.
I'll give you $5 for it, Silent Cypher. It's on sale right now, 50% off.
What a
Come on.
bargain.
Yeah.
No, that Saturn copy is probably worth more than
It's
than
way,
brand new
yeah, it's
game
gonna be
right now.
worth a lot more than that,
Dude,
I
it's-
imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nuts. They actually just had the physical copy over at Best Buy of the remaster.
Mhm.
They had it for like half off, and I missed the deal probably by like 10-15 minutes. I was so pissed because it's got
man.
like the physical copy, it's got like the pins and all the stuff. It was, yeah, I'm kicking myself for missing that one.
Yeah. Red Alert, Generals. We really needed Generals too. But yeah, all those. There was another one called something Commander. I forget what it was. Supreme Commander that also got ported to the 360. Way better on PC, by the way, guys. Way better. So yeah, it's one of those things that that I love my real-time strategy. Hence why I love Halo Wars, because it's my favorite franchise and a very simplified RTS that I don't really have to think about. I can just almost sleep through it. So like when I come home tired and I just want to play a game and not think about it, it's Halo Wars, man. Because I will dominate. I'm just putting it out there. I will dominate.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got like an 80% win streak. I'm just saying.
Ooh,
right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not playing you. Shit.
Hey, I want Axel for my team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, those are the things I want. But I don't think it's gonna come out. But yeah, I just love it.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
Well,
you gotta shoot for the moon.
Guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, absolutely. It's one of the games I spent, I don't know, an unholy amount of time on back when I was on PC as a kid. Playing dial up with my friends across
Yes.
and someone will pick up the phone, and all of a sudden I hear someone upstairs swearing at me over a digitized version. It's like, God damn it, get off the game. And it's like all digitized. And yeah, no, I spent a lot of time on there. And obviously, given my look, I've got to fall in with Nod. I've got to be a Kane fan
because you look
as
like
well,
Kane.
of course.
You do, actually. Oh, shit, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I
But
do.
no,
too.
I was a
Yeah.
huge GDI guy, so
See, that's my thing is I loved GDI, but I always really enjoyed the like over the top nature of Nod, like all the characters from Seth in the original game all the way through all the other characters that you met over time. Like it was such cringy B movie content in regards to like the actual like voiceover and the play out on the script, but it was so good. So yeah,
it knew what it was though, and it just it kind of leaned in.
It.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And embraced it. I miss that sort of stuff.
my favorite part was in Command and Conquer 2. The corny cutscenes had James Earl Jones in them as the command, leader of the GDI forces.
Or when you ended up getting what was it, Tim Curry in Red Alert 3? I think it was. And he's like, spice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a sweet trans. Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. So Command and Conquer, not Command and Conquer, Halo Wars 3 is my
good pick.
I wish,
I like that one. Your reach. Yeah.
My reach, because
But
I
like it,
think it needs a sequel.
Yeah. No,
I love
awesome.
that pick. Honestly, this is why I love asking people like, what's their crazy prediction? Because I never expected to hear that answer, but I love it. It's a good one. It's a great series, man. I know a lot of people. I know a guy who made his entire channel just based off of Halo Wars. So yeah, that's a very good pick, man.
I tried playing a guy that has a YouTube channel dedicated to Halo Wars, and as good as I am, he's better. I've never beaten him. Not once.
Okay. Yeah.
Not once have I beat him. He always has my number, and I'm just like, how?
All right, so I'm going to throw this at y'all just because I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see if I can do it through the phone here.
You playing some audio for us through your phone?
Can you hear it?
Something about
I heard
kind of.
What is
Rocky
it?
Horror Picture Show. Janet,
Okay,
Dr.
I was
Scott.
like, wait a second, I recognize that
Brad,
voice. Yeah.
Rocky.
Oh,
You know, Tim Curry. Sorry.
Tim Curry, yes.
That's my ringtone, by the way.
Yeah, is that Tim Curry? Yes, it is.
Dude, he's always so good, and he always did such a good job. Just like the Command and Conquer games, he always just embraced it and enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's like even when he was the bellhop in Home Alone 2.
Oh
yeah,
it just like
the Devil and Legends.
Yes,
one
of the best performances ever.
That's my favorite performance. Yes.
Like love him or hate him, it's the same thing with Nick Cage. It's like Nick Cage does the same thing too, where it's like it doesn't matter what the movie is, you will get a Nick Cage performance. It doesn't matter.
Did you
if
know
it's
that
the shittiest
Tim
script in
Curry
the world
had a number one single in the UK back in the 80s?
Say that again?
Tim Curry had the number one song in the UK. It was called "I Do the Rock." And you look it up on YouTube. It's there. You can watch the video. And he actually, the reason I know about it is because he was a guest star on the Tracy Ullman show, you know, where the Simpsons got started. And she made him do that song when he came on. She's like, you have to perform it live because I love it. And it's actually a pretty good song, but it's, but yeah.
Interesting.
Little trivia going down. I don't know where I went with that.
And hey, someone said
way off topic. I'm sorry, I derailed the show with my real-time strategy
this
talk.
is awesome. This is what we're about. We jump all over the place.
We go off the rails all the time. This is very normal here. Shout out to Cage saying Pennywise. Absolutely. Like,
oh yeah,
hard to beat that Pennywise.
Yeah.
I have a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga as well. I will never sell it. Nice. And I made sure my Saturn disc keeps working because of it. I know I can do that they bypass the disc now on the Saturn. Using the somebody what was it, Dr. Something finally hacked it after like 25 years.
Jesus.
But I keep my Saturn disc working, and I've paid more to keep that disc working than the Saturn is worth. Just to play my OG copies.
I think my son's the same way. He does speed runs. He actually was ranked number 1 or 2 at one time for Burning Rangers. Do y'all remember that?
Oh my God, Burning Rangers! Yes,
dude. And when I watch him play it, and he's actually got YouTube videos of him playing. It's like, how the hell did y'all figure out?
I don't know how the speedrunners are on. Oh yeah, I do remember this game. Okay, yeah. Now I'm looking at the pictures and stuff. Okay, yeah.
You didn't know what Panzer Dragoon was?
No, the Burning Rangers one.
Burning Rangers. Yeah, you were like a futuristic fire person.
Yeah.
Putting out fires. Yeah. That was awesome.
So RHETRI, well, Silent and Axel has answered this. Why don't we get your take on this, and then I'll give you mine.
What
on the topic?
On ABK? Oh, I went through a bunch of them already. It's
that's right. It was away. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I would definitely. Yeah, I said way too many games. So anything that you want to see, Dave, I'll put it right back to you.
Everything. Just kidding.
Yeah,
but I'll take a step back and say this, that you think about this showcase is probably the most eyes that's ever been on any showcase gaming related ever is going to be on this one. I mean, there are. Let me to put it in context. I'm going to put a post up that Dirt Griggity put up, just to kind of show you, because I love Dirt is the man. But yeah, so I'll let you read that. And then read the comment.
Mr. Dirt says, just got this comment on my last video. Now they're hyping up which showcase is first. PlayStation Showcase isn't even official yet. Laughing emoji, crying emoji. This guy says, we're getting our showcase this May 2024 while you don't get yours until June. Shaking my head. Oh my Lord. This is the low bar that these guys have to sit on. So yeah.
Yeah, but with that said, there is so much that they can bring up. I mean, they have. We know there's going to be some announcements for your favorite topic, Game Pass.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Yep.
And hopefully this is a great opportunity if they've gotten all the quote unquote deals worked out. You know, where we can finally hear about, like, okay, so you own your own copy, a digital download
I'm so
of a
glad
game.
you went there.
And maybe that's available, like Hogwarts Legacy. So maybe now I can play it, on your
I
system.
love that you brought that up, Dave, because I had that on my list. Yep.
And all of the amazing content. I mean, will we get everything dropped into ABK, or from ABK all at once? No, I don't think so. But will we get like maybe all the Call of Duty games? I think so, because we know they're all working now. They went ahead and made them all work. Imagine that. So we know the possibilities, are there, and I'm okay with them, like a couple of months from now, another big blob of games that are from Activision, but the PC side, with Blizzard and all the great content that they can, even if it's just like once a month, it was like, maybe StarCraft, and then the next week or next month, StarCraft 2. You know what I'm saying? So if they just kept the ball rolling and growing, and man, and I hope at this showcase they show some, not only showing the newest Call of Duty, the announcement, official thing for it, but they show, and marketing. By the way, this holiday, here's going to be a $199 or $290, $249 or whatever Xbox Series S, and show the big logo of the, maybe in green or something with the Call of Duty stamped on it or something, and then or just bundled it like 3 months of of Game Pass, where it's included.
Yes,
that kind of shit. Plus, you'll be able to play all the back catalog. I mean, just
they got to market the shit out of that, dude. They have to do it. They have to do it.
They got to. Yep. There's so many, and not to mention the games we've talked about, the games you want to see, the games that are coming out this year. There's going to be some surprises. We already know that there's going to be some surprises that we really haven't been talking about or thinking about. Plus, there's third party.
Right.
This is so much great stuff that's coming, dude.
I hate that. I hate to like set the expectations this high, and I don't give a shit if we're wrong, but I think it's. I agree with Dave. I think, and I agree with Dirt. I think it's going to be the biggest show that they've ever done, because of all the stuff we named, and all the stuff that Axel and Silent just named that I completely forgot about. There's that many games. So 30, like the biggest that they had so far is 33 games. I think they're going way beyond 33 games, to be perfectly honest with you on this one. Whether it's like stuff we know about and stuff that's coming up. He says, Void Rat says baby steps will be game of the year. Mark my words.
Those are facts.
I mean, it's over. We might as well just pull all the Microsoft games out and throw them in the trash, because baby steps is gonna win.
That secret showcase.
At you.
Yeah, that secret showcase.
That secret showcase is finally coming around, guys. Finally, it's here.
That's happening.
Dude, we've waited for a whole year and a half to 2 years, but damn, it's here, and it's going to be a banger.
Yeah. Here's another good comment.
RSJ, what's up, Becca? She says, I've said before and I'll say it again, I've been hyped for this showcase ever since October 13th of 2023. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, get hyped. Be hyped.
I'm kind of curious. It's a very specific date. Why October 13th, 2023? What happened?
You're going to have to explain that one. Maybe she knew something I don't.
I want to know. I'm curious.
Shaun 786 is amazing. Amazing. Yes, he is. He's a very good guy. Baby Steps Secret Showcase. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I love that you brought up. I'm so glad that I had so many things on my list that I completely forgot about the games that you already own. ABK deal closed there. Okay, there you go, RSJ.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Now that makes sense.
We already forgot about it. We've already moved on. Yeah, we've already moved on. Yeah, right? We already forgot about that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But go ahead, Richard. Go ahead.
No, I just like that you brought up the whole. I really hope they do this during the showcase, and I don't know if they'll mention this during the showcase, but I think it's a big deal. Very much like back compatibility. I think this is it's a bigger deal than a lot of people may be giving it credit for. That you take the other games, like you said, like Hogwarts Legacy that you own, they're just everywhere, right? It's very much like play anywhere for you for the titles that you already have. I am so excited about that feature. Maybe more than most. Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion. I don't know, but I think it could be a big deal. I think it's a big deal, man.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Xbox. Please do that.
I think you're right.
They'd say they can't.
We
Didn't
need
he
the
allude
family
to it
plan.
being this year? Family plan too. Thank you, Dave.
Family plan.
Yeah. I think you're right too, though, because Sarah Bond was even out there really pushing hard about the fact that they're working really hard on doing the back compat side of things.
Mhm.
Like they're making it a focus. So I don't see anything wrong with your interest on that side of things, because I think we are going to see quite a bit from it
about that.
So, yeah.
Let's remember a stat that we just saw across the entire gaming universe, right? Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, everybody. What was your average game played? How old was it? 7 years old or older, right? So when you say back compat doesn't matter, I say fuck you. You're full of shit. That's not true. Cage with Clockwork Revolution, please.
Last gen.
Exactly. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone playing Fallout right now, anyway. So just saying. He says Queen Sarah to you, sir. Yes, absolutely. She is the queen. We love.
I want to see
Sarah.
the handheld.
My bad. I do.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Rumors of a handheld, and I really want to see that Xbox handheld, because I am going to be day one. If I have to camp outside of GameStop or Best Buy or whatever for a whole night, I'm going to.
Take off work. Right there with you.
Yeah.
Nothing is more exciting to me than the handheld.
Please let it
I'm
be
over 2
dockable.
extra weeks of vacation this year, so I have my regular 3 weeks plus 2 weeks. I got time.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to see that handheld. So if they reveal that handheld, that's going to be day one for me. Like,
yeah. God,
it's
I hope it's sooner than later. I hope. My engineering brain says it's coming later, but everyone else is making me second guess myself. They're like, I think it might be this year, maybe 2025. I'm like,
I think they saw the Asus ROG Ally and
so.
how that succeeded in the Steam Deck, and they're just gonna, Xbox.
I mean,
is
they're itching to do it.
What PlayStation Vita couldn't.
I think you're. Ooh, I got one of those upstairs. Those are fun.
God, I want one so
By the way,
bad.
this one's
So
for
bad.
sale. By the way,
He is selling that. And it's been driving me
$5.
crazy too, because I wanted to buy it so bad, but I'm just like, maybe
got a
it
couple
can
hours
come
use
sooner
on it.
than later.
This is why I bought that.
Have you seen that
Best Buy
SpongeBob
warranty.
meme where Patrick's like, I got $3.
I get $3.
I'm moving. I got $3 with Dave.
So
we'll talk.
RHETRI, I think you are correct that it's not going to be this year that we'll see the
don't tell me I'm
handheld.
correct. Don't tell me that.
It might get teased to us towards the end of the year, maybe at like the Video Game Awards or something. But I think this year is going to be focused mainly on the hardware refresh. I don't think we see the console, the handheld
hardware refresh, as in like the white, white.
the
Xbox
digital
Series X,
refresh, the one that looks like
one. That's what I think is coming too.
Yeah, the one that doesn't have a slot. That's but it does sound like the controller will be coming as well, or at least announced, and the controller looks like it might be cool. So
I do keep it has pants.
Yeah, dude, wearing the pantsuit, man. My goodness, I think that's the only thing I don't like about that controller. Everything,
put on your big boy pants and
like the functionality. The functionality sounds great, but dude, when I saw that picture, I was like, "This has got to be a prototype picture, please."
Just a side note to kind of double down, not that I think the handheld is happening this year, but I do think it's happening because we did just see the Xbox UI. Another option coming up in the future of this year is multiple switching from one Wi-Fi to another Wi-Fi, bro. Why else would you do that? Why else would you do that? I do not think it's for the 1% that takes their Series S on traveling with them. It's for a handheld, guys.
Or their mobile phone.
Sapphire has a point. If the
or Windows Phone is coming back, I don't.
No, just a regular mobile phone. Like, think about it. If you're going to want to play these games streaming, you're not always going to want to try and rely on your carrier. So it would make sense for those as well if you had the option to link those to multiple Wi-Fi and have it remember all those passwords.
Okay, I see what you're saying. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's an angle I didn't really think of. That's a good point, Cypher. And
that's why I have these wonderful guests on.
That's why we have them here. Get me thinking about all kinds of different directions and stuff. So yeah, great games that everyone mentioned here. This is why I love having guests, Dave, because they just mentioned a bunch of stuff I wasn't even thinking of, and that's what I want to hear. I want to hear different answers. let's see, the Switch 2 is going to get killed by GTA 6, like everything will. Yeah, hey, maybe 1 in a billion chance that Microsoft drops the bag off for GTA 6. Probably not going to happen. I'm just talking shit, but maybe.
Take-Two just spent money acquiring what is it, Gearbox?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yeah,
I mean, they had to shut down 2 studios.
Yeah.
To save some money. So they might need that extra. They might need that extra Microsoft money.
I mean, we know they kind of. Well, I mean, they kind of do need. I mean, like Cypher's saying no, but at the same time, I mean, their budget is massive for GTA 6. Will they make it back? Yes, but in shark cards alone, probably. But I mean, it's a lot like that they spent. But it's almost like the only game that you feel like is a guaranteed success. Almost like COD. Even when COD's shit, it's still killing everything else, right?
Yep.
GTA is actually the only game to ever outsell COD in like the last 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, it's a juggernaut. It's its own monster. This is a great. Can you bring up Fossil's chat? It's second from the bottom. I love this question because I've seen other people bring this sort of thing up. Fossil 924s. GTA 6, $150. Are you buying it? Probably. No. I probably would because I'm a piece of shit.
Well, there you go.
There you have it. I mean, I listen. I love that Axel has principles, and he's like, no, fuck that. That's too much. But it's like you're paying $150 for a game that you're going to see every 10 years. So I feel like it's slightly different. But
it's $150 for a license for a game that you won't own. You know that. I don't know if you've read current terms and conditions of all these places.
No.
You now instead when you buy, you don't buy to own, you buy to license.
For years.
But I mean, it's been like that. It's been like that forever. Like if you don't know that you're not buying, you don't own. You're right. You're not. Thank you, Cage. I got one person. I got one.
One. You got one.
I got one guy.
You got more than one.
I'll take it. I know people. I know people would pay it. I don't want that to happen. But if anyone could raise the goddamn prices of games, it definitely would be that. It would be that title. It would be GTA. And I hope it's not that high, but we'll see. Void Rat, don't worry, Rich, you ain't alone. I'm a piece of shit too. Let's go. You'll love to see. I'm glad I'm in good company.
I'll be right there with you. I'll just use my Microsoft points and I'll just buy
there you go. There you go. That's how to do it. That is how to save some money.
RHETRI, they say birds of a feather flock together.
I'm crying over here. I can't help it. I would hate myself for doing it, but I would probably do it.
So RHETRI, we obviously we've gone extremely long tonight.
We have,
which is good.
Awesome.
But I do have those videos that FarQ put up if you want me to play a couple of those now.
If you want to. One thing before we do leave, because we'll probably leave on that note, I do want to mention obviously the Starfield update, the huge 60 frames per second update. Yes. We're getting new improved maps. Even though I said this on a podcast and I got yelled at, land vehicles, land vehicles are coming. This is all coming in the fall. So surface maps, detailed surface maps, a very smart addition. One of the best things, in my opinion, for them to add. I don't know why this wasn't there day one. Those surface maps, I think, are very smart. So new gameplay difficulty options, new ship customization, and something that Dusty mentioned last night, on the land vehicle thing, which I love this idea. He's like, well, the land vehicles are coming later. That's not coming right away. That is going to be a little bit later after this update. But he's like, what if you can make your own land vehicles? And I was like, fuck yes, Dusty. That I love. If you can do ships, why not land vehicles? Let's make some customization for that. So I'm all about it. We got the 60 frames per second modes coming, the 40 frames per second modes coming for the Series X and performance mode. I'm excited about it. I love Starfield. I at least wanted to mention that before we
super chat
started doing this stuff.
RHETRI, I give you crap for paying $150 for GTA, but I paid $300 for Starfield.
Yeah, go.
Birds of a feather.
We're in good company, Axel. We're in good company here.
I'm just kidding.
Another piece of shit.
Another POS.
He's like, well, now that I'm talking shit about you, let me think about my purchases that were a little high. Love to see it, man. Yeah, Gamer by Choice with the $2 says, I have 365 days. Oh my God. I have 365 days in GTA Online. So yeah, you would pay $150. That would be an easy...
Jesus.
Holy crap, dude. That is insane. Talos says, great show. WebDave, RHETRI, Silent Cypher, Axel, and chat. Absolutely. You guys make this show. You guys make this a lot of fun. Our panel, and of course, everybody here makes this. RHETRI, you got 3 now. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. There's 3. All right.
3 pieces
Lots of pieces. All the pieces of shit are here. Represent. All right.
Pieces of shit.
Exactly.
Where's the clip from Dirk saying that?
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
POS. Oh,
my God.
We love Dirt. We love Shaun. They're amazing.
Yes.
TTS, baby. Talk that
Always talking that shit. Always.
Yep.
Can I say one thing on the Starfield stuff real quick? Because I know we're gonna kind of minimize it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I feel like over the last week, I've seen a lot of since this got announced, I feel like I've seen a lot of content creators, people in the community, people all over the place, basically being like, "You ungrateful piece of shit! Like, why are you upset about the fact that this is?" that this is a thing, you should be happy that you're getting it, blah, blah, blah. I'd heard multiple times over the last few days, people basically being like, be happy you're getting it, shut up and sit down, is the cadence I've heard from a few people on the content creation side. And I'll say this, I'm a consumer. I will not just sit there and say, yes, please, I'd like some more, sir. I will make my opinion known. And I will vote with my wallet in situations where I'm not getting the game just provided on something like Game Pass. I think it's kind of a gross cadence to be like, nah, man, you just take what you get and you be happy. That's a Sony stance. And I don't think that's what we're talking here. I'm not a big fan of that. But the other thing that I did want to say is I find it really, really ironic, and I find it very hypocritical. The fact that when you tell someone that you wanted that game to be delayed so you could get the 1.0 version that's coming out finally. Yeah. When you say that, they say, no, that's crap. They got to make money. They got to do this, blah, blah, blah. Don't be selfish, blah, blah, blah. Be happy with what you get. But usually the same people are out there before the game comes out. When it gets delayed, they say, that's fine. Take all the time you need. Take all the time you need. So what is that?
Which one is it?
You can't have it both ways. So I think that's the biggest thing is think about what's happening with it. It's video games at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, cool. But this stuff could have been in a 1.0 release. They could have delayed the game. They've got the pockets to support delaying the game. There's no point in pushing it out. And it goes back to the communication and the marketing, right? The transparency. It wasn't a creative decision.
I was waiting for that. That's what I was waiting for.
It wasn't a creative decision to have it at 30. It was the fact that you were on a deadline and you had to make it work at this time.
Yep.
That's all
I agree.
it is.
I agree, and I said that last night, and I got a ton of shit for it. I sometimes I do feel like maybe Todd felt that way, but I felt like maybe he was the only one who cared if it was 30 frames, and everyone else was like, "We want it 60." That's just my opinion, but 99% of what you just said, I kind of agree with. And man, they did not like when I said that last night because I brought up the whole cinematic, right? I'm like, can we say that was bullshit now, or are we gonna swallow some more of this?
Hellblade 2 is also going to be 60 frames next year.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
See, I asked that last night. I was curious. I was curious if people thought Hellblade 2 was going to go.
I never want to hear that 30 frames is an artistic choice ever again.
No, That's what I said. Yeah.
And I would argue, if people keep throwing these fits about this stuff too, I would go back to the other thing that always gets thrown in our face, right? There's plenty of games right now. You can play those while the game actually bakes and gets to 1.0.
Fair enough. My back catalog is bad. I mean, I'm playing Midnight Suns for God's sake. So yeah, it's you got some games to play. The Cage Fielder, the two, great point. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's Kage.
Kage, sorry, Kage with the $2 says, I'm a piece of shit. Sad Kage.
You don't remember playing Kage when you were little?
I don't. No, I don't.
You never played Legend of Kage?
Are you trolling? I feel like you're making
look it
shit
up.
up
Spell
now,
it.
Axel.
Legend of Kage. Spell it like he did. I'm not trolling.
I feel like this is gonna bring me to a really like strange website where I'm not gonna like what I see. Legend of.
Don't Google that. Don't Google that. It's a
Oh,
trap.
it's safe. All right, we're good.
Trap.
All right, phew. All right, I got worried for a second.
It was on the old NES. Legend of Kage.
I don't remember this one. I don't remember it. But anyways,
right,
let's
moving
move on. Let's show some of this funniness from the PlayStation community here on Stelly Yams.
What's good, y'all? This is your boy Will Too Humble here.
What's up,
man? How about
Will.
y'all take the censorship off? Man, it is freaking ridiculous, man. Let
bullshit,
the people
bro.
play the game that they spent $70 to $100 on. I just don't get the fact that you sit here and you've done something because it's getting so much attraction. Like, let the gamers be gamers, man. Like, get that out of here. We'll tumble out.
All right.
That's how I'm ending every show now. RHETRI out.
The companies that keep bending the knee to these people who complain about physics in a video game and stuff, they don't even play your video games. They are not your loyal fans. They are the small minority that really doesn't care about this kind of stuff. So please stop censoring video games. Free Stellar Blade and stop censoring future games.
Keep the jiggle physics. Please keep the jiggle
To the
physics in
companies that
there.
Bro,
doesn't like what he sees.
that haircut was a decision.
Dude, is this real life? What is
That
happening?
was-
For a whole month waiting for this game, and
This is gotta be a troll. This is gotta be a troll.
What in the world?
you know what you did.
Is that real? That is a
Exactly
troll.
what you did.
You know what you did. Oh shit.
This guy looks way too
This
serious.
is Eric from Woke Watch. I just want to say I'm a big fan of Stellar Blade. I'm a big fan of Skill Up, the publishers. And I just want to say this isn't just about censorship. This is about the woke knowing that they're losing the battle, and now they're trying to trick us. Don't let them trick you. They're going to do stuff like this all the time now. They're going to be like, oh, here's a big sexy ass for you to enjoy. Oh, yeah, enjoy that. Oh, just kidding. We're going to censor it until she looks like she's in a convent. Don't let them trick you. Don't let this work. Sign the petition. Woke Watch out.
All right, I like that guy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the comment thing was
background.
pretty funny. Oh,
Randy
my God.
Pitchford right there.
Is that?
Oh my God, Dave! I love that you brought that up. Say that again, Dave.
Look at his background.
Exactly, brother.
It's toys and everything.
I take that back.
Dude.
This guy, watch this guy. He needs to be on a list.
Dude,
Fucking
it's,
Dave.
it's
Good
Randy
point.
Pitchford's like less famous brother.
Look at his
Do they still
shirt.
do How to Catch a Predator?
You can't
Because
see-
this guy needs to be on it.
No, exactly,
his-
Axel.
Check his internet
Dave, good
traffic
catch.
for sure. Oh boy.
Oh, their Lord.
Holy fuck! This is too funny, dude. This is comedy gold right here.
All right. Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me pause this. Hello, pause.
I'm just a regular Joe Schmo. I like my video games.
Damn it.
Don't you hate when it does that to me all the
I'm
time?
just a regular Joe Schmo. I like my video games. I like my little 420. You know, I work very hard. I work 80 hours a week. And the only time I get to have fun is on the weekends. And the fact that we have all these games for so many years, not one good game has been produced. There's here and there, but not one good game. And that's why I
Fake
decided
ass
to put
gamer.
my petition down. I'm sick of this DEI bull crap. It's time to bring back good games again.
If you can't find one good game, dude, you're not a gamer. Get the fuck out of here.
To return it because I am tired. I bought this. game
I'll pause this so you can read it real quick.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Cage or Kaji or whatever the fuck. Do these people not understand? Porn is all over the web. Exactly. Thank you.
Yep.
Number one
Facts.
viewed thing on PlayStation 5. Pornhub.
Oh, yeah, you
Anyway.
go.
There you go.
Don't you hate on
I bought
Pornhub?
this game before I saw that it was getting censored, and now I'm gonna have to return it because I am tired of these woke liberals in Hollywood removing all of our beautiful female representatives in video games and culture. I think this needs to be stopped, and we need to stand up against these woke individuals and really try to get this game back to how it should be with those gorgeous costumes.
Costume.
Oh man.
Huh? Oh wait, this guy's in bed.
Oh,
This-
definitely play this guy. This guy looks like, yeah, he looks like a winner.
He just finished.
Jesus.
And his dream catcher on the wall.
Oh. At least uncensored the game. It's too popular not to be uncensored. Plus, the amount of money you'll lose.
He sounds exactly how I imagined.
It's just more sensible to leave this kind of stuff alone.
Oh my God.
That was nice of Farq to send up a clip of himself.
I was kidding, Farq. No, Farq. Yeah.
Farq, just kidding. I love you, Farq.
Oh, dude,
Here
this
we
guy's
go.
driving. You fucking idiot.
Awesome.
Hey, my name is Chris. Yeah, I'm signing this petition because Shift Up promised us a uncensored game. Sony promised us a uncensored game.
I didn't probably shoot shit.
I'm just putting my 2 cents in the mix, signing the petition, putting this video in. Hopefully this shows Sony that this is unacceptable. Yeah, we don't stand for it. So hope this helps.
Oh, you show him, buddy.
That'll show him. That'll show
It
him.
shows them that there's some real embarrassing people.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Look at this guy's face, huh?
This guy's all about it. He's excited to
Environmental
talk about this
services.
topic.
Okay. Here we
Oh,
go.
boy.
All I gotta say to that is stop the censorship. It's a game. It's a game. Come on, guys. Stellar Blade is amazing. No more censorship, please.
Amit says, sign the petition.
You know that
Hashtag
Dead or
free the
Alive
cheeks.
exists, right? I'm just pointing it out. They do know that Dead or Alive exists as a game, right?
Nah,
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, look
Man,
at this
that
guy's
game was good.
background, too. He's got Elvira
Oh my
standing in the corner.
Elvira.
Fluff the Gruff.
Fluff the Gruff. And he's
Oh
got
my God.
some weird, sick,
Fluff the
evil
Gruff.
clowns and skulls and Ninja Turtle
And a
teal blue
giant
shirt.
pube bush.
Yeah.
Beard.
But the ladies like it when it goes down on him.
Sorry,
Oh, what?
sorry.
All right, then. Here we go.
How the actual freak am I supposed to goon now? I bought this game because of the hot babe
Goon?
we saw in the first trailer. But now
This is a
I can't
troll.
even look at this woke piece of crap. I had all the tools ready. 32 inches of rubber studded with soft to the skin balls tickling the walls of my room. With the strength of a
Hold on,
small,
what?
Polish man ready to yank at a frame perfect chain counter 2 and 9 tags of ecstasy flowing through my bloodstream taken 10 minutes before the start of the game. I was gonna goon my way to Nirvana, but not anymore. Damn it. Woke Invite is America.
Listen,
What just happened? What just
That
happened?
guy- I love the people. There's a lot of these people are fucking with this shit. Like that guy would
Dude.
definitely. I like it. I'm
I
all
need
about
you
it.
to send me
These-
that one ASAP because that
These trolls are great.
Exactly.
Whoa.
It's in every single one of these.
We'll do a
Cypher
couple more.
is in our Discord, by the way, in the video
Okay.
section, in the photo.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
all of them. Thank you, Farq. Appreciate you, brother.
Wow.
Some ass. If the original creators design a costume that shows a little bit of skin, then Sony should respect that and, not like try to censor it. Why does Abby in The Last of Us 2 get to show her back getting blown out in full nudity, but Eve can't show the body? Is some kind of double standard going on, man?
Her back getting blown out.
Wow,
Oh my god.
man, he should have wrote a script before you just said that shit out, bro.
There's a
Welcome to
fart.
Pound Town.
God, oh my God, dude, this is way
Oh,
too funny.
hey.
Please play this one.
mustache.
Yeah.
This is. I think you should get closer with the
Oh,
camera.
fuck.
Tim Dog?
Oh Jesus.
Dude.
Oh,
Too soon. Too soon.
sorry.
Silent.
Too soon.
This is Christian, and the fact that a Stellar Blade was advertised to release uncensored, only
I
for
can't
it to
take it.
end up being censored anyway, is just straight up scummy. At the very least, they should release an uncensored version. if nothing else, because this is just false advertising, and it's wrong.
They're exactly how I pictured them. I'm not. Listen, you call me a dick, cancel me. I don't give a shit. But so far, the guys who are actually serious about this are exactly how I thought they would be. What the fuck is going on?
He says that's not Christian.
This is scary looking right here.
What is happening?
You remember when video games back in the day,
Troll,
before everything was woke, and you could look at Laura Croft's boobies, and we all liked it that way. And now Sony, they're trying to take that away from us because the Hollywood elites and the woke mob, and they don't want us to have the Stellar Blade that we paid for. Free Stellar Blade.
God.
And save some cousins for the rest of us.
There it is. There's the guy with the pillow.
Oh,
Yeah.
this one has a.
This has got to be a troll. This has got to be a troll, right?
Is this the new My Pillow commercial?
Oh my
God. Here we go.
I stand with the gamers of the PlayStation Republic, but I do not stand with the developers of Stellar Blade. I want to see her feet more than anything, but people are talking about her cleavage is hidden. Look, let me see everything. Her butt, her nice personality. I will play the game when it's cheaper than $40, but until then, I will not buy it unless you drop the developers. And you can't let Sony drop your freedom. You have to defend it. And also, please bring back Dilbert. It was my favorite comic strip. Thank you.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Now I've seen this one, and somebody said this is Jez Corden's brother. That's so mean.
Oh no.
I stand with the gamers of the PlayStation Republic, but I do not stand with the developers.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
We need to understand and communicate with each other, not be censored.
I think that guy was real. That's what he was scary.
I think that was a real one. I feel like that was legit.
I do too.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll say, all right, we got two more. So, all right, here we go.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
We need to understand.
Hello, my name is Jeremy.
I love this guy.
And I am signing the Stellar Blade petition because I too am tired of how Sony is constantly censoring games left and right, back and forth for absolutely no reason whatsoever to fit some stupid, worthless, pointless agenda. Stellar Blade is definitely a breath of fresh air, and it needs to stay that way. Thank you.
Did he just say a
Hello,
breast of
I am
fresh air?
RHETRI, and I'm fun at parties.
He
That guy
said
must be
breast of
just
fresh air.
loads of fun.
And communicate with each other, not be censored.
The most important part here is people like you and me are the paying customer, okay? Paying customer, thousands of dollars, years of our lives. But we can and will cancel PSN. We can and will buy the games used and
No, you
secondhand, even though that
No,
does
you
hurt
won't.
the people we want to support, like Shift Up. So please, stop censoring things that were already approved, okay? Censorship is telling a man he can't have a steak because a baby can't chew it.
Dude, don't lump me in with you as a paying customer. Like I'm a paying customer, but I am not like you.
Crazy. Oh my God.
He's got
this is
who said it? Someone was like, he's got people trapped in the basement.
exactly.
Dear God.
Holy fuck.
What
dude.
a show. What a
Thank
show.
you. Thank you, FarQ.
Yes, thank
I'm
you,
sorry we
FarQ.
couldn't play it last night, but I'm so glad we dude, I was literally crying. Like some of those trolls were really funny too. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, brother.
I'll say that there was one other little thing I wanted to throw up here. Let me take a look as we're leaving. Actually, yeah, because this is actually something that's coming out, and
thank you, brother.
Really soon, and I think you've talked about it, RHETRI, and you probably recognize this too. It's the game where they have the you're an action figure.
Oh, Hypercharge.
that guy.
Hell
There we
yeah,
go.
bro. Been waiting
Yeah.
years for this one.
Hyperspace, isn't it, or something like that?
What's up?
It's called
What is it called?
Hyperspace, isn't it?
Hypercharge.
I think it's Hypercharge.
Hypercharge.
Yeah.
Hypercharge. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, very much looking forward to this one. This guy's been, and a lot of people were like, is it real? It's a team of 5. They've been working on this shit for years. They've been trying to get into Xbox for a while. It's not easy to get into Xbox, guys, if you're a developer. So shout out to these guys. I hope this game's good.
It's just a little quick 16-second clip, but just to show you the gameplay, this is going to be an absolute fucking blast.
Yep.
All this good toys on the ground.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You can play as
Pretty
all
awesome,
kinds
huh?
of different toys and stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I hope it is. I hope they get success. I love seeing small teams, that are. I mean, dude, that guy was like legit crying on the internet about his game getting released on Xbox. Like I posted that on my Twitter. Like that's passion, man. For you, Spartan 661 with the $2 says, "Look at this sheet. What is this sheet? PlayStation sucks." Yeah, dude. I don't know. They're different. When we say their community is a little bit different, can you imagine a bunch of Xbox guys doing that? Because I fucking can't. I can't. I just don't see it. Gamer by Choice with the $2 says social media shows humans are lucky we survive. Absolutely, Gamer, 100%. Yeah, we are lucky we're still here on this burning
RHETRI,
rock.
what a hell of a show tonight.
What
we
a
went
show.
super long tonight, and thanks to over 3 hours. Holy shit. But God, man, what a great panel. Absolutely on fire, guys. You guys absolutely knocked it out of the park. And I'm not just saying that, dude. And
yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
And actually, thank you so much for coming back back on. You had to take care of some business, and you came back. But man, it was great having you on. And this will not be your last time you will be invited on the show. Hopefully, you'll want to come back. So we're gonna go around the horn. So we'll start with Silent. Please, Silent Cypher, tell us where we can reach you, where everybody can find you, and what shows you got coming up.
All right. Well, thank you guys again for having me. It's always good coming to hang out with you guys. It's like I said, it had been way too long, so I appreciate you thinking of me.
Of course.
Proof of life showing that I still exist. I'm still here. But yeah, you can find me all over social media. Find me on Xbox. Find me TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, all over the place as Silent Cypher. I'm kind of bouncing in and out on some different things right now. Got some more content going up onto TikTok here in the next couple of days, I believe. And I also am playing around with a new microphone that I got. I got a DJI 2 portable mic that I'm playing around with. Going to try and implement that into some of my content, see how that works out. Hopefully you'll catch me online playing some more Fallout 4 and some Hellblade here in the next day or two. Fingers crossed work isn't too crazy. And yeah, I think that's about all I've got, except for Wednesday. Of course, you can find me on Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Plume, Sour Blow, and Crazy Louie Gaming. And yeah, thank you guys. Chat, you guys were freaking awesome this evening. It was great to hang out with you, and I'm really happy we got to those videos at the end of the show.
Me too.
Man, there's some real gems in there. That's
good way to end it.
It was great. Again, Silent Cypher, thank you so much for being here. Axel.
Thank you.
Axel, buddy. Spartan 1324. Axel, buddy, please tell everybody where they can find you. Tell them about your great shows that you have out. And they are good shows, people. You definitely need to watch them, follow. And he's got amazing panel members too, which hopefully eventually I want to get them on here as well. So Axel, please let everybody know where they can reach out to you and find your great content.
Yeah, so of course, everybody, I'm Axel1324. I run the Iconic Video Games channel here on YouTube. I have 2 shows. On Friday, I have the Iconic Video Games podcast where we just talk about games. It started off as a podcast where I basically wanted to do almost like a live take of top 10 video games. I love lists of video games like, what are your favorite games for this? What are your favorite games for that? So you can join me, Dog420, and Death Dealer, and also every now and again, Princess Zelda, as her schedule allows, where we talk about some of our favorite video games and topics of video games. There is no console wars. It is open to all consoles on that one. But then Sunday comes around, and I run Good Morning Xbox, where it's my favorite band, and we do kind of talk a little crap, although not as much as other channels. But we mostly try to focus on Xbox news. And yes, as Tony Grosso puts it on here, Axel is the real MVP. That's right. Everybody who comes to my show is the real MVP. If you've been there, you know. Come on over, guys. I interact with the chat a lot on my channels. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. Help me out, guys. Help me out.
Yes. Absolutely.
And,
Exactly.
again,
Exactly.
guys, thank you so much for having me here. Silent Cypher, pleasure seeing you. And I hope to be back someday as well.
Yo, dude, you will
sure.
be. That is for sure, dude. Please, everybody, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you get a chance. Retro, before I wrap to you, read that because I think it's pretty nice what FarQ says. About
FarQ
Axel.
says, he says Axel puts on an awesome show. Definitely check him out, everyone. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we like to bring people on here, man. Like spread the word. Like we're not the only content creators out here. There's a bunch of us, and a lot of really good ones. So definitely check it out.
My channel. Thank you, FarQ.
Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, and like I said, the links to both of these gentlemen's show is in the description of this video. And if you're listening later on the audio version, up on Spotify and numerous other places, so check that out. It's in the description as well, both their YouTube channels and where you can reach out to them on X. Or Twitter, whatever. So just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that, and also RHETRI, my man,
yes, sir.
the ultimate host that I could have found, and luckily you said yes.
You're welcome, Dave.
I'll always appreciate that. You said, I'll be your co-host. Let's do this thing.
I'll do that.
Exactly. So tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you, and tell everybody about your new awesome show and all the great content you're putting out now. I love how you've turned up the volume on that. So
yeah, I'm trying to do more not just Game Pass stuff, but Xbox news stuff too, because it all interests me. So I love it all. But you guys can find me on Twitter, obviously, or X, Game Pass _daily, and Game Pass Daily, where I obviously talk about Game Pass stuff. I will have a video coming out this week. I've been trying to make them a little bit longer and just put a little bit more effort into them. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. And it's definitely showing. I'm getting a lot more views. So thank you guys so much. And of course, the show that we just did yesterday, every Saturday, the Aim Down Sights podcast with Red Dead Panda and Next Gen Nero. We talk a lot of shit there. We're always TTSing on that one. We just have a good time, man. It's a good vibe, just like this show is. And we appreciate everyone getting us to over 1,000 subscribers. We will be doing members and subs soon, probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So you guys got us there. You guys absolutely helped us get our watch hours up. That's all thanks to this community. Like I always say, Dave, this is the best community. That's why they're my favorites. I appreciate you guys. You guys were so. Dude, I cried like 3 times tonight. The chat was on fire. You guys cracking me up with all your bullshit each and every week. So please keep coming back, man. And thank you, Cypher. I'm glad you're back. In the fold, brother. It's good to see you back. I missed you. We'll play some Fortnite soon as you're done with Fallout. And of course, Axel. Nice meeting you, man. This first time I got to meet you, man. I appreciate you coming through. Definitely a knowledgeable guy. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out, and thank you, chat. It was a good time. It always is. It was a good time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just to give everybody a heads up, next week's show that we're going to do on Sunday, we are going to be having the entire panel of the Longhouse podcast. That's right. The Black Viking, Supernova, and Black Skellington are all going to be here, which is going to be an exciting show. So their entire panel is going to be here on our show next week to talk gaming and all the latest news and stuff we can get in trouble with. What? Anyway, and to talk that shit, because these guys know how to bring it, and they're an amazing content team, and we are so blessed in the community to have them, and that the Viking has brought this great panel together, and they are all agreed to be on our show next week. And then the week after that, so in 2 weeks, we're going to have PM in the PM. That's right. Pong Soul and Mav from Fun Speculation are both going to be here. It's going to be great. And then a future episode, we're not the third week, but in the future episode, we are going to have back on Shaun and Dut will be here again. So TTS will be back in the house, and I'm looking forward to that again. Everyone, thank you so much for watching, so much for listening, and so much for being here and participating. What an amazing panel, what an amazing chat tonight. I think everybody was had a good time. I know I did, and we loved having you here, and all the super chats. Thank you so much for that. But if you do us one more favor, just hit that like button on your way out. Hit the share it out. It would be great, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already, because we do this every Sunday. It gets a little crazy around here, but thank you everybody for joining us here on the Gamers Council.
Game over.